course they declined to hear it. Are any of us shocked? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Tap the screen, share the live. Hi, good morning. Hi, Finn. Hi, Caro. Hi, Allie. Good morning, everybody. Let's power tap the screen, share the live, get pushed into the algorithm this morning. Guys, a wild husband has appeared. You can't see him behind me, but he's here.
I can't.
And I'm very excited about it. A wild husband has appeared. I'm very excited for him to be home. Because I didn't get to tell you guys. But I broke my chicken coop door the other day. And so, of course, what did I do? I was like, I can build a chicken coop door. So I took a tape measure and I measured out the door and was like, I need a 4x4 piece of plywood. I went to Lowe's. I bought it. I finagled a way to fit it in my Subi because at first I didn't think it was going to fit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that was a feat. Anyway, then I brought it home and then I put it up against it and I took all the hinges off. I took the other old door off. I took everything off. I did the whole thing, right? Which was crazy because it was regular, like, Phillips head screws and then it turned into star-shaped screws. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, what do you mean it's just a star shape? It's a who?
Torx bit.
One more time? Torx bit. Nope. Anyway, so I get all the things off, and then I put up this 4x4 piece of wood, right? And I'm like ready to go, and I realize the 4x4 piece of wood is the entirety of the side of the coop. I've measured wrong. I was supposed to measure the inside of the door. So now we require a saw, and that's where I stopped. That's where I went.
I'm glad you stopped.
Nope, I like all 10 of my fingers. I couldn't figure out which one to give up, so I just stopped right there and was like, you know what? This looks like a husband job. So yeah. Deggs says guns don't kill people, people do. Abortion is murder at any month. Come on up, Deggs. Let's talk. But yeah, the chickens are fine. I left the 4x4 wall up and I like reinforced it with rocks. So that way nothing could get in. So the chickens and ducks are all good. So yeah. All right, Deggs. That's where you lose your First Amendment because you're getting gross. You're getting gross about it, Deggs. You're just being gross in the chat, Deggs, so now you don't get to speak. No way, Finn. Oh, shit. All right, guys. 5 people killed at shooting in northern Germany, 2 suspects detained. 5 people were shot and killed at a youth welfare facility in northern Germantown on Monday, and police said they detained 2 individuals, including the suspected shooter. The motive for the incident stayed close to the port city of Hamburg was not immediately clear, a police spokesperson said. The role of the second individual in custody remains unclear, a second police spokesperson told Reuters, adding that no other suspects were at large. It's unclear how many people were injured, he said, adding that the dead were all adults. Police believe the incident occurred at a youth welfare facility in Stade, a town of nearly 50,000 people to the west of Hamburg. Police cordoned off the area in a cobbled, tree-lined street with red brick homes, and forensic experts in white suits and plainclothes police were at the scene. After the incident, police warned residents to steer clear of the area, but later said there was no danger to the general population. An eyewitness saw a man and a woman trying to flee the scene by car before being intercepted by police, the news site Focus Online reported. Mass shootings are relatively rare in Germany, especially when compared to the United States, but it has seen a spate of high-profile cases. In 2023, a gunman in Hamburg shot dead 6 people before killing himself at a Jehovah's Witness worship hall. In 2016, an 18-year-old German-Iranian man who was obsessed with mass killings killed at least 9 people in Munich? Yeah, that's it. Wow, Finn. Philly by Day, the charity event was for Political Mom. Chelsea? I don't know if you know Political Mom. I know Political Mom dabbles in speaking to a lot of various right-wing creators. So I was just scrolling through all of the Trump lives that I know that I've been in before and seeing if anybody. So what had happened was, Philly, we had 4 people on the left lined up and 4 people on the right lined up, and I was going to just moderate. And unfortunately, the 4 people on the right they just never showed up. So that's why I was on my second device trying to get people to come in here. I was being kind of scattered. We raised $600 for her out of the $1,000 goal, so we did pretty good. But yeah, she's just a mom of 4 who's just trying to, she hit a hard time, and we were just trying to help out to the best of our ability. So, well, next time, Philly, if we do another charity event, now that I know that you're interested, I'll keep you in the back of my head so that way I can message you and plan it out with you.
Are you asking to debate me too? You're gonna keep me like a crybaby.
Hold on 1 second. You're hooked up to my speaker, which is weird because you're supposed to be hooked up to my headphones. So give me 1 second, Mike. All right, can you say something for me, Mikey?
Are you going to debate me? You're going to crash out and kick me like you always do, Emma.
Oh, okay, I don't know who you are, Mikey. Can I have your age for TikTok?
You do know who I am. Twista comes in here and makes fun of me.
I don't know who you are, Mike. I'm sorry.
The last time I was in your live, your little minions reported me for harassment and bullying.
Can I have your age for TikTok? You know who I am,
Emma. I debate you every fucking week, honey.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
36, and I gladly vote for man in office.
Wonderful. What state are you from?
You already know what state I'm from. We have this conversation every single week.
Mikey, I don't know who you are, sir.
Emma, you do, because last time I was in your live, I was talking about U.S. Code 8, Section 1325, and your statement was 1158.
Do you know how many times I bring up 8 U.S.
Emma,
1325 and
you know who I am.
Mikey, I don't know who you are, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You do.
I don't know you, Mikey.
You don't
That's my purse. I don't know you, Mikey.
Kill yourself, you retarded faggot piece of shit. I don't
there
give a
it
fuck.
is.
You're a piece.
Good. But I crash out, chat. But I crash out and boot him every time. Who is that guy? I'm sorry. That just made my day because, like, I have no idea who that is. Good morning, babe. I have no idea who that guy is, and he gets so mad that I don't know who he is. Like, I remember him coming by last week and doing the exact same thing. But other than, like, him doing what he did today last week, I don't know who he is. I have no clue who that guy is. Hey, Blairim, are you a Trump supporter?
No, not really.
Did you vote for him?
No, I didn't. I actually, the line was too long.
It's too long. Okay. How old are you for TikTok?
23.
What state are you from?
New York.
All right. So I have some subjects to the side. What brought you up?
I wanted to talk about the first statement. It's all men till it's no man. Does that include the men that wear dresses and makeup and pretend to be women?
Okay, so let's set some boundaries here, okay? So what we're not going to do is villainize 1.1% of the population by saying that it's...
No one's being villainized.
Blairim,
you're kind of villainizing 50% of the population.
Do you notice how the entire time you were speaking, I was quiet? So we're going to have that same respect for me now, even if I have to utilize the mute button to keep you quiet, right? Because I will do that. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to villainize 1.1% of the population by trying to say
what about 50% of the...
that this is men pretending to be women in dresses, right? So trans men are men, trans women are women. So when we talk about it's all men till it's no men, this absolutely includes trans men. It just doesn't include trans men in the way that you think, right? So the number one perpetrators of violence in the world are men, period. Men commit the most violence against women and against other men. Trans men are included because they are men. Does that mean that trans men can perpetuate violence? They absolutely can. But more often than not, they're survivors of violence. Which is wild. So 1 in 3 women are the survivors of a completed rape in the world. 1 in 6 in the United States alone. It's all men till it's no men simply means that men like yourself, if you think you're a good man, prove it, right? Hold your buddies accountable for bad behavior. Help break down the patriarchy so women can have actual equality within their spaces. Help create safe spaces and equality in this world for women. And then we would stop saying it's all men until it's no men, because right now you guys uphold the patriarchy and you perpetuate like hate and harm towards women. That's all it is.
So you're not okay with villainizing the 1%, but you're okay with villainizing the 50%?
I'm not villainizing anybody when the stats are there. Who commits the most violence in the world? Blarum? Who?
Men.
Oh shit! Wow.
Wait, so trans women are not part of that
group
women because they claim they're not?
Trans women
because they
are
wear
women.
makeup?
Trans women are
Yeah,
women.
because they wear makeup, right?
Trans women are women. If you continue to just
They're
be gross,
not.
I'm just going to move on. Okay. Thanks for making that easy, Blarum. Hi, Alex. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay. Can I have your age for TikTok?
22.
And what state are you from?
I'm not from the US.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Okay, cool. So what brings you up today?
So, when are we going to start holding women accountable
For what?
for bitching about men 24/7?
For bitching about men 24/7. Wow. What does that accountability look like? Alex, tell us.
Yeah, that accountability looks like you, instead of demonizing men
How am
for
I
being
demonizing
men,
men? How am I demonizing
start
men for being
owning
men?
up about your own flaws, about being a woman,
Sure, let's talk
and
about it.
instead
How?
of victimizing
Alex, tell me.
individuals.
Hey, Alex, tell me. What did I say that demonized men?
Yeah, so you said that most violence is committed by men, right?
Is that wrong?
Yeah, who are the most victims of violence?
Wait, who are the most victims of violence? Am I wrong about this statement? Men commit the most violence in the world. Is that statement wrong?
But who are the most victims of violence?
Is that
Answer
statement
that.
wrong? Alex, I will. Once you answer my question that I asked you first. Is that statement
Wait,
wrong?
did I say that was wrong?
Is that statement wrong? You're trying to say I'm villainizing men by making a true statement? Be so fucking
Did I
for
say
real,
it was
Alex.
wrong?
So are you saying that I'm villainizing men by making a true statement? Yes or no?
No, I never said that.
So then how am I villainizing men? How am I demonizing men? Because that's
You're
what I
not
asked
listening
you for.
to me. You're
No.
using me, actually.
Alex, I asked you specifically, how am I demonizing men? Your response was, you said men commit the most violence. So I asked you, is that statement wrong? You said no. So how am I demonizing men by giving you a true statement, Alex? That was the original question. How am I demonizing men?
Right, first of all, can you not mute me so I can respond to your question?
I'll do whatever I want, Alex. Whatever I want.
So the
like
way
a
that you're
misandry. Great. Oh, look, no men. Isn't that fucking weird? Go cry about it somewhere else. Hi, stay safe. Are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for him, but I wouldn't say I'm a supporter.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
I'm 19.
Beautiful. What state are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
So, I got some subjects to the side, or we can talk about current events. Stay safe. What brought you up?
I just think that, you can't be fat and mean. Like,
I
you
can
gotta
actually do
pick
whatever
one,
I want.
though.
I can do whatever I
No,
want,
like,
actually.
that's
Like
why
this.
fat people
Another
are not-
misandry. Great. Oh, look, no men. Wow. Look at that. Look at that big guy. That big guy in an anonymous profile. Isn't that so cute? Wild work. Let's see. They come up to prove the prompt. It's wild. It's wild. They every time. Every time they just prove why it's all men till it's no men. All right, guys, let's make sure we're power tapping the screen, sharing the live. We are 14 minutes in and only at 6,000 likes. You guys better show me that you like me today. You know why? Because I don't have to be here. I will leave and get off this app and go do something else. So tap the goddamn screen. Do you need a ride to the employment center? User, no, because unless you're going to pay me $800 a week to put my tiny toddler in daycare, Doing the best that I can, babe. All right, guys, I do know the goal seems a little high today because we've been breaking it up into 2 parts. I did not get a chance to go live last night to make the second half of yesterday's goal, and we didn't hit the morning goal yesterday, so I just added $50 to the normal daily goal, because I'm going to be spending time with my husband tonight. I won't be on these TikTok streets this evening. So this is just the whole goal plus the evening goal from yesterday, put together is all that it is. So, guys, if you are a Trump supporter, please request that because you are the target audience. You're who we want to talk to. If you're over on the tube of views and the Twitch, there's a phone number at the bottom of your screen. You can call it and I'll answer. So make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. We do the dollar and change train for change. There is 154 people in here right now. If all of you sent $1 and your favorite bit of change, this daily goal would be knocked out. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Caro W for the Bobby Hill gif, because that was exactly what I was thinking of when I was screaming that at Mikey. Luna, could you, like, figure it out? Let's see. What's going on in the tube of you chat? Choo-choo-choo. Potapon says he shut him too because she can't support the lies. Those are words. I don't know if those words are a sentence. No one like you, and no one cares about you or what are you or what are trying to be. What? Hello? What? I can't tell what this sentence is supposed to be. I'm trying. Trey says I should hit the gym. Ooh, so original. So original. That checks out for YouTube. Well, Trey, why don't you call it in? Hey, EXO, are you a Trump supporter?
From Syria need help, please. 5 minutes. Allah
No,
bless.
thank you. We are just looking for Trump supporters. So Trey Inevitability over on the tube of yous says, let's talk about gun reform. Call the number 901-209-9404. It will connect you straight to me. Says, don't get mad. Let's have a factual conversation. Absolutely, Trey. Let's have a factual conversation about gun reform and what that means. Call the phone number at the bottom of your screen, 901-209-9404. We're all waiting. We're just waiting for you, Trey.
I don't like hearing that come out of your mouth.
Oh, I was like, why? Your name's not Trey. Elizabeth says, Emma, some of us like you. You're a nice, witty, and smart woman. Thanks, Elizabeth. Look, even your sister said it's so weird. Can we get some hashtag cancel RJs in the chat for saying she's okay? Brother, are you calling me mid? That's insane. Hashtag blame RJ always. Trey, the phone still hasn't rang, babe. You could call the number at any time. It's gonna connect you straight to me. Straight to me, Trey. You should just call the phone number. 901-209-9404. Oh. Just a second, Matthew. Request back up. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. This is Emma. Can I get your age for TikTok? Hello? Bye, I guess. Sorry, Matthew, if you're still here, request back up. I can't make the phone wait. The phone doesn't have like a hold option to make the people wait. But if you are still here, please request back up. I'm so sorry. They trade tacoed out, says Sharon. That's hilarious. Guys, my husband's tripping because his family calls him Trey because he's the third. And he's like, I don't like it. Stop saying it. And I'm like, that's not your name, so chill out. It's not your name. The sigh took me out. I know. Poor Matthew. Minerva says, so what is this and who are you, Emma? Hi, I'm Emma. I'm 34 from Indiana. I am a political commenter who hopes to run for office one day, and I do these political discussions on TikTok, the tube of you, and Twitch. This is where I open up the floor to try to have educational and like pointed discussions about things going on in our political atmosphere in America today. And yeah, we have a little fun with it. We crack some jokes. We go over current events. We do some MAGA hunting sometimes when the Trump supporters are too afraid to come up and have a conversation. And that is simply where I go into MAGA spaces on my backup TikTok account. And you guys safely from YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok can watch me debate them while supporting me in my stream instead of supporting them in theirs. So yeah. Should I start doing the boop boop thing? Boop boop. Wait, is Megan Thee Stallion back on Love Island? Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to freaking die. I'm still behind. I haven't made it to Casa Amor yet, Haley. I keep seeing clips about Casa. But like I haven't seen it yet. Dude, Megan looks hot always. Always. That's not a question. Jess Raid. I will say Jess is live right now. What do you mean Jess Raid? I know. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying so hard to catch up. Oh, she restarted. I see. 14 clam slams last night. Haley, stop. Haley, stop. I love her. Okay. What are your goals of your life? So right now, Pota, my goals in life are to raise my son well and make sure that he doesn't get red pilled by the fucking internet in this deeply red state that we live in. I plan on going back to school, hopefully, to become a paralegal. I want to run for office in 2028. I've got a few things that I am steaming out the details of. So yeah. So right now I have a toddler. He is 4 years old. He is not in school yet because he misses the cutoff for his birthday. And so he'll start kindergarten next year. And until then, I am just at home taking care of him and being a good wife. So Destroyer Short Clips says, how heavy are you? Wow, so original, Destroyer. Why don't you call in the number and try to have an educational conversation with me? I can't be left alone for like 30 seconds, so I came here in the meantime. That's hilarious. If you ever start saying some red pill shit, call me. Absolutely. Oh, you found my TikTok. W Minerva. Nice to see you over here as well as on the tube of views.
Meanwhile, we're raising him right.
Yeah, literally. Thank goodness. Let's see. I am currently looking for some Trump lives. Which, by the way, chat, so just so we could go over some current events real quick. Do I have a husband? I don't know if you have a husband. I have a husband, Darcy. He's great. All right, I believe it's this one right here. Yep, okay. So, guys, breaking news of the day. How do I get rid of this window? There we go. Trump has to pay E. Jean Carroll more of another $5 million after the Supreme Court denies his appeal of the sexual abuse verdict. So the Supreme Court on Monday declined to take up an appeal from President Donald Trump over a $5 million verdict in finding that he sexually abused and defamed E. Jean Carroll, a decision that means the president will now have to pay the magazine columnist. Carroll sued Trump in 2019 for defamation, and then she sued him again in 2022 for defamation and battery after New York enacted a law allowing the victims of sexual abuse to file civil claims for past incidents. In an unusual quirk, the second case, the one filed in 2022, went to trial first, and the jury awarded Carroll $5 million. That is the case the Supreme Court agreed to hear. The 2019 case went to trial second and resulted in another $83 million judgment against Trump, including interest. Trump owes Carroll over $100 million in total. Carroll's 2022 lawsuit alleged that he sexually assaulted her in a New York department store in the mid-1990s and defamed her by claiming she made up the story to boost sales of a book. Trump, who has reportedly denied wrongdoing, has claimed U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan, who oversaw the civil trial, made numerous errors by allowing the jury to hear testimony from 2 women who alleged Trump sexually assaulted them years ago. Trump also argued that the judge should not have let the jurors see the Access Hollywood tape, which captured Trump in 2005 on a hot mic saying he gropes and kisses women. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful... Oh, hold on. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything. Trump was heard saying on the recording. Last year, the Second U.S. Court of Appeals affirmed the jury's $5 million verdict against Trump, ruling the trial judge did not make errors that would warrant a new trial. In June 2025, Trump lost an effort to have the appeal reviewed by the full bench of judges, and months later, he appealed to the Supreme Court. It is deeply damaging to the fabric of our republic for President Trump, in the midst of a historic presidency, to have to take his focus away from his singular and unique duties as chief executive to continue fighting against decades-old false allegations and the myriad wrongs throughout this baseless claim, the president's attorney told the Supreme Court in January filing. This mistreatment of a president cannot be allowed to stand. The appeal was delayed for months at the Supreme Court, which repeatedly set it for discussion and then rescheduled that discussion. As always, the court did not explain its reasoning for the holdup. Trump's attorneys are expected to appeal the $83 million verdict to the Supreme Court in coming days. In a technical brief at the Supreme Court dealing with rules of evidence, Carroll's attorney focused largely on the Second Circuit decision upholding the verdict. The court's duty was simply to decide whether a jury could reasonably find by a preponderance of the evidence that Mr. Trump committed an act of sexual assault. A 3-judge panel of the Second Circuit, of all 3 whom were appointed by Democratic presidents, ruled unanimously. If it could so find, the court had the discretion to admit the evidence. So, I find that interesting. Minerva, if you'd like to come up and have a conversation, just feel free to hit the box. All right, guys, let's continue to power tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Hello, Minerva. Can I have your age for TikTok?
I'm 31.
And what state are you from?
Washington State.
Are you a Trump supporter by chance?
I'm neither.
Okay. So I saw you were asking about it's all men till it's no men. So it's all men till it's no men doesn't take away from the small amount of women who hurt men. All this is saying is that men are the #1 perpetrators of violence in the world, for both men and women. And until men are held accountable by other men, they're probably going to continue doing this, and it's going to continue to create unsafe and unequal spaces for women who simply exist.
Okay. I am a person who loves a healthy debate. I am a person who can agree to disagree. I am also a person who likes to see different opinions. So, what about the viewpoint of immigration? Illegal immigrants coming to the States who are committing crimes, but government officials are trying to defend them, saying, no, they're innocent.
Can you show me where one representative is saying that about a person who committed an actual crime?
You gotta give me a moment to pull it up.
Yeah, no problem. So while we wait for you to pull that up, can you tell me how many American citizens died at the hands of undocumented people in 2024?
I do not know statistics in that stance. I will not lie. I am a very
29.
stupid person in remembering statistics because I actually avoid watching the news. I don't like the news.
So it's 29 for the record, right? So 29 American citizens died at the hands of undocumented people who were caught and convicted in the year
Then
of
what
2024.
about the little girl who got raped by the one dude?
What one dude? What, like, we have to be specific, right? Because men rape little girls and women every day. Those are included in it's all men. Like that's like the umbrella is it's all men. Those men are included.
No, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So
But
what
then
man, what girl?
It was the little girl. I'm really shitty at this. I don't know if I can pull up Google on my phone to get you the exact name. It was a little girl. I believe it was either the to east, one of those areas. It was within the last like 6 months where she got raped in front of her sister.
I have no idea what you're talking about, ma'am. None at all.
Really?
What about the 2 little boys who were just existing in their home with their family when 3 men dressed up like FedEx drivers who were American citizens broke into their home, shot the woman's eldest son in front of the toddlers? She started running around the house screaming where her babies were. They shot her. They found the babies holding onto their mom's body crying. What about those kids, right? Those were just regular American men committing violent crimes, which is the point of what we're talking about, right? The point of what you came up for was it's all men till it's no men. And so far, all of the men that you're speaking of are included in this. But then you wanted to pivot to immigration.
No,
when
no,
immigrants
trying to
commit
pivot.
30, but you did
I
though,
wasn't
because
trying to pivot.
immigrants commit 30% less crime than their American-born counterparts. Did you know that?
Are you doing illegal or legal?
Immigrants in general, undocumented or documented, commit 30% less crime than their American-born counterparts. They actually bring the crime rate down.
But what about the fraud?
Ma'am, if you're going to talk about the fraud in Minnesota, who is Amy Bach? Does she sound like a
wasn't
Somalian?
referencing Minnesota. I was referencing my own state.
What state are you in?
Washington.
So what fraud are we talking about in Washington? Again, you're gish galloping around with zero specifics because, like you said, you don't pay attention to these conversations, or like your politics isn't really your thing.
Okay.
So like, ma'am,
I'm just trying to
finish the sentence. I'm just trying to finish the sentence, ma'am. Like, I don't know why you're being defensive and weird, because every time I've spoken, you've tried to speak over me, and I'm just trying to finish the sentence with you. If you want to have a conversation, right, all I ask for is for you to have the basic knowledge of what you're talking about. You're literally taking like handfuls of spaghetti and throwing it at a wall, hoping it'll stick. You're like, undocumented people commit crimes and are men, and I'm like, yep, they're included in It's All Men. You're like, what about this little girl that a bad thing happened to her at the hands of a man? Yep, that man is also included in It's All Men. Well, what about the fraud? Was it a man? It's still included in It's All Men. Like, hello, are we okay?
Mentally, no.
Girl, same.
I will lie. And I do apologize for my interrupting. I do have that problem. It's my ADHD.
It's valid. I also have ADHD.
I also came into this conversation not prepared.
Look, so here's what I want you to do, right? Because I'm open to talking about anything with anyone. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment, collect your thoughts, write some notes down of things that you want to talk about. I host these lives almost every day, right?
Yep.
So come back and we can talk about it, or you can even hit me up in my DMs, and my DMs are always open, okay?
Okay.
All right. You have a great day, love.
You too. Be safe, please.
Bye. Hi, have you been to sleep yet?
I took like a little nappy.
I think I just broke my neck.
My appeal didn't get approved for my other account.
It didn't?
Nope.
Damn.
Hey guys, it's me. This is my account that I'm trying to build
Mario.
up. It's a me, pissed off. Follow this account. Do it, or you're a weenie.
Benjamin, we actually
also,
just went over that story.
Of them being weenies?
No, of the Supreme Court refusing to see Donald Trump's appeal for the E. Jean Carroll case, so he has to pay her $5 million for the sexual assault.
Huh.
So he owes her over $100 million in total.
That's what you get when you fucking assault someone and expect everyone else to just be okay with it.
Yep.
Norse, of course, is VAP.
Oh.
Also, did you happen to check the mental health tab of your Discords?
I did not. Norse, thank you for the $2.50 for $2.50. Let's get this party started. All right, give me just a second.
Oh, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like
a
the
goji. Oh.
Hang on. Hands are sleepy.
There we go.
There it is. There it is. It sounds like the dollar and change train for change. For change. The
That was
train
so
is
funny.
tired. The missile is EP.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
How did that happen?
Bro, I don't.
Oh, I should
No.
not react to that. Stop.
No, it's okay. I don't know how it broke like that. I don't know how it broke like that.
Oh, no,
but
that's
now I
insane.
have to. Now I have to try to figure out
How to get a new
how to
desk
buy a
chair?
new fucking chair. Yeah. There's
Rough.
no reason why it should have broken like that. It snapped at the
Literally.
fucking connector.
That's wild. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, please request up. Let's see. This might be an up. Will you mute up for me, Geeky?
Heard.
Thanks. Hey, Bradley, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
Can I have your age for TikTok, please?
46,
Beautiful. And what state are you from?
Nevada.
Nevada. Nice. So we have some subjects over here to the side, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy, Bradley?
So, explain to me exactly how abortion is healthcare.
Okay. So, before I go into this conversation, there's a couple of questions that I ask men specifically just to make sure that we're on the same page. Are you okay with answering a few questions, Bradley?
Sure.
Okay. Where is a woman's uvula?
Uvula?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Where is your uvula?
I don't have one, do I?
And this is why, Chad. This is why, Chad, I ask these questions. Because Bradley, why is it-
Wait, hold on. Is uvula is the thing in the throat, right? Is that
Bradley,
what
I understand you're now reading the chat. I get that. So Bradley, what
No,
makes you
actually,
think Bradley?
I can't read.
I can't read, but he read abortion is healthcare on my prompt. What are we talking about? Bradley, how did you read abortion is healthcare on my prompt if you can't read? Thank you. Here, Bradley, I'll send you an invitation. What's that, Geeky? You sound far away.
Oh, I said, Bradley, come on now.
So
I'm
Blue Sky says Trump does not have to pay $100 million to Gene Carroll. He has to pay $5 million. So Blue Sky, I want you to look this up. I want you to look up the 2019 defamation lawsuit and what that resulted in, and then look up the 2022 SA lawsuit and what that resulted in. Because the 2019 defamation lawsuit resulted in him being ordered to pay $83 million plus interest to E. Jean Carroll. And the 2022 lawsuit for SA resulted in $5 million. So 83 plus 5 is 88, plus interest is over $100 million. What is SCOTUS? SCOTUS is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of the United States.
Absolutely paying that $100 million, huh?
No, because this happened as a civilian.
Oh no, I know, but he's gonna find a way to fucking make us pay for it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll find a way to like sue the IRS again or something. Okay,
Morning, y'all.
Bradley, here's another invitation to unmute. You just have to hit the accept button, the big red button on your screen. Just hit it. There you go, Bradley. So Bradley, how did you read?
I didn't know what that message said that popped up on my screen.
Bradley, how did you read on my prompt abortion is healthcare, but suddenly you can't
I
read?
told you AI read it to me. I had Gemini read it to me.
I'm done with that. Emma, the 5 million was not first. No, so Tanner, shut up. So E. Jean Carroll sued Donald Trump twice. She sued him in 2019 and in 2022. For some reason, the 2022 trial, like the 2022 case made it to trial before the 2019 one. So he was ordered to pay her $5 million first and then $83 million after. But at the end of the day, it's still over $100 million that he is going to have to pay E. Jean Carroll.
Lawsuit against There will be a new lawsuit against the United States as mysteriously for the exact amount of what he owes Eugene Carroll.
I don't know. 83 million case in the appeals process is not even at the Supreme Court. They won't see it, Blue. Like, so hold on. Let's see. So the 83 million defamation verdict, the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld this judgment. Trump's legal team was granted a pause on actually having to pay the money while they prepare and file an appeal to the Supreme Court. To secure this delay, Trump was required to post an additional $7.4 million bond to cover the interest. So yeah, so this one will, like, it'll go in front of the Supreme Court, but they're not going to see it. Like, they're going to deny it the same way they just denied this $5 million. So Juniper, what's the matter? Thanks for admitting you were lying. Lying about what? What do you mean? I wasn't lying. This is the story that we went over today. This is a true thing that happened. Hold on, here, I'll pull it up for you. We went over this story just a little bit ago. Trump must pay Eugene Carroll $5 million after the Supreme Court denies his appeal of sexual abuse verdict. Which is exactly what I said. Blue Sky, I said he has to pay her $5 million. She has also been awarded $83 million. Sure, it's paused right now, but that's still her money that he's going to have to pay her. What makes you think the Supreme Court won't see this $5 million case, but is going to see the $83 million one? Blue Sky, I'm going to send you an invitation to come explain to me what you think is happening. And then I'm just going to revoke your First Amendment, man. So, boom, I guess. Sent a DM to the link I was referencing. Okay, I'll check it out here in just a minute. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, please request up. You are the Tarjay audience. Let me see.
Would you like me to drop down so you can attract more?
I mean, you're good up here for right now. Give me just a second, because I might hit a reset here shortly. Let me see. I'm trying to find this DM. Oh, it's in my requests. That's where it is. Okay, so yeah, so this is a thing that happened to Minerva. Absolutely, nobody's denying this thing that happened. But these two men who committed this atrocious crime are included in It's All Men Till It's No Men, right? Like, they are men, and they are included in this thing because they are men. So until other men start holding men accountable for their atrocities, we're going to have to assume men are unsafe. Because they are. Like, this isn't a discussion for cleaning. He said, I don't like picking up my new toys, but I guess I'll pick up my old toys.
Every once in a while, he hurts my ovaries, and then I remember that you have to raise it for 18 years.
For 18 whole years. Longer than that, honestly. Your kids don't just disappear at 18. They don't just fly out of the nest. It's not like some magic portal opens up where they're able to get, I don't know, their first apartment and like first month of food and water and stuff, things that they would need to survive without like just clawing at the walls. You know, that there's not an easy way to get that. On average, children don't move out of their parents' house until 28 nowadays. So. Mine yelled at me today because I took her hood off once we were inside. She didn't like that. I told mine we were taking a nap yesterday because he was very cranky. after lunch, and he said, and I quote, "I hate you." And I said, "Oh, you hate mommy? I guess that means you can sleep in your big boy bed tonight." And he went, "I love you so much." And I was like, "That's what I thought." I was like,
I know you did a good job, but there's all these toys in the ground still.
and so I don't even know where he learned that from. That's wild. I was like, hate is crazy, dog. Hold on. Gray Oos on YouTube says fake news, ship them all back. Call the number. Gray, call the number, let's chat. 13 days to your 28th birthday. W. Allie. He said it was just a joke, Mom. He did too, actually. He was like, "I'm just kidding, right?" I was like, "Are you? Are you just kidding?" All right, guys. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. What is going on with your eyeball, Judy? Are you okay? What happened? Oh, come on. Right? Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, request up. We may have to hit a reset. I mean, you guys are killing it, though. We're at 30,000 likes. We've been live for 46 minutes. You guys could power tap our way. You guys could power tap the way to that. Let's knock out this Rose goal, right? Because these things are going to cycle us to the FYP and get people in here to have a conversation with us. Come on, chat. Let's freaking go. What are we doing? He's so fucking cute. Thanks. I made him myself. There's 128 people in here right now. Guys, if everybody donates $1 and change to the $1 and change train for change, the goal's knocked out for the day. We don't have to worry about it. We can just worry about debates. Let me make sure I don't have any thank yous to give out real quick. Mommy, what, my love? Is Dad making you? Is Dad making you clean up your mess? Isn't that crazy?
I'm just trying to do it. Come here.
You're doing a great job.
You can try to tell me all you want. But we're cleaning.
You can absolutely have him for a few days. That's fine.
I need your help to get up your toys. Come
get him. Somebody come get him.
You are helping me by picking up your toys.
Look, he tells me all the time, he's like, "Mom, I want to help you when I'm cleaning the kitchen." I'm like, "You can help me by cleaning up your mess in the living room." And he's like, "No, I don't want to do that." He's like, I'm like, "What the heck?"
And also to say Charlie Kirk was the man.
Guys, Bradley is on with tax-paying American complaining about me right now. That's so funny.
One of a kind. I think it's amazing that you're out here doing your thing and going up on these lives and debating as well. You just got to pray and laugh at these people that are like that host that you're talking about, that are just so hateful and going to be, rude to somebody like you. You're just being honest with her and telling her you have a trouble reading, and like that's perfectly fine. And God bless you for finding ways around it too. And it's really telling and disgusting that she's going to even challenge you on that when you're just speaking your truth. So
I asked a question and challenged him.
You're out here fighting for what you think is right as well, and God bless you, Bradley. I really do. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for hearing me out.
You know what's crazy? I'm still 11 foot 3 inches taller than Charlie Kirk today, so I'm winning. Oh, that's wild work, chat. All right, guys, let's tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. We're at 34,000 likes. What's up, baby? Ooh, I need to text my best friend. Hold on. New Reddit posted about to post drop about Emma, probably. Well, Artsy, I kicked him because like I'm just not interested in a disingenuous conversation. And he went to Taxpaying American and was like, she kicked me because I said I couldn't read. And I was like, no, I kicked you because I asked you how you were able to read the prompt. And you said Google Gemini. But how did you feed my prompt into Google Gemini? That doesn't make any sense to me, and that's fine. So, whatever. I don't care. I just want to have, like, genuine conversations today. Let's see.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to text my bestie, because she showed me this really cool binder that she made to help, like, keep her kids sort of, like, helpful around the house and, like, incentivize them to do chores and stuff. And I'm like, I can't remember what all was in the binder, so I'm asking her to refresh my memory so that way I can make one for my house. Whew. So that way, I think I'm also gonna make it's like a schedule that like Jax can see, like 9 a.m. wake up, 9:30 a.m. breakfast. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Something like this.
Good job.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna put this on my list of things to buy. Yes. The reflection, yeah, visual schedule, Nessa. Thank you. I'm like, I have words. The reflection pool is just a botched job, and Donald Trump is trying to blame it on vandals, which is like wildly untrue. And he's trying to arrest civilians for it, when in reality, he gave like a no bid contract to a buddy of his who just did a bad job. He just did a bad job on the pool. Well, so Norse, he does really well with like the visual learner from school, so I think I'm gonna get one that looks like this. Give me just a second. I think I'm gonna get one that looks like this right here.
What?
It like shows him, because here's like the morning, it has like the morning schedule and then like the night schedule. What just happened here? So it's like morning and night.
I need you to help me with the choice.
Color blocks on a clock. I have seen that. Now he's putting a giant tall fence around it. Like, what's the point then? I have no idea. Oh yeah, he is definitely gonna help me make it. And a visual timer or a clock. Yeah, I'll have to get him a clock too. He will love it, I think. Pool with no circulation, cause looking at rivers. They're nice unless no real current. My goodness. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hit a quick reset. Make another cup of coffee. I'll be back in about 5-ish minutes. YouTube, Twitch, you guys just hang out right there. I'm not gonna turn you guys off. You guys are just gonna hang out for a second. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And we are gonna hopefully get some debates going. Love ya. Bye. All right, guys. So sorry. Let's get back to some debates. I introduced my son to his first video game yesterday. And now he's trying to negotiate with his dad. If I do X, Y, and Z, I can play my game. And his dad's like, if you just pick up your toys, you can play your game. But you're not picking up your toys. And it's a whole thing. All right, guys. What rights have you lost under Trump? My right to healthcare access. Like, what do you mean? He's also pushing for the SAVE Act, which would hinder my right to vote along with other people's rights to vote. If you would like to talk about it, request up. Hey babe, mom says they are happy you are home safe. I don't know why they don't just text you. Like, we're married, they have your number. Yeah. Like, they act like they... My family is so weird. So weird. Anytime they want to say anything about my brother's wife, they text my brother. Anything they want to say about my husband, they text me. Like, they don't have their daughter and son-in-law's phone number. What a bunch of freaks, dude.
Tell your mom and Katie I said hi.
Why don't you just text them?
I will.
Like, you also have their numbers. Wild work, chat. Hey. All right, chat. Let's make sure we're power tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. Let's go. Get your fingers working. Double tap that screen. Let's keep the likes up with the amount of time that we've been back on the internet. You guys can fucking do it. Let's go, chat. Also, let's make sure that we're hitting this rose goal because it's going to cycle us to the FYP. We do have the daily goal. We just do $1 and change train for change in order to like get the daily goal up. Alex, I feel like we already spoke this morning. I guess we'll give it another try. Hi, Alex. Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yeah, it's 22. I'm wondering why you kicked me earlier. You got a little bit mad that I was bringing up some facts about how women aren't taking accountability. And you got mad and you dropped me. Because you're not ready to have that conversation.
So
you proved my point.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's rewind it back and see what actually happened, chat. In case you don't know, Alex, I dual stream on TikTok and YouTube. Or Twitch and YouTube, and along with being on TikTok. So there's this nifty little thing we can do. Where we can just run back exactly what happened. Because I remember kicking you. I don't think it's because women were like, you know, not taking responsibility.
Oh yeah, get it clipped.
Oh yeah, well I mean I don't have to clip it. I'm gonna play it live. Give me just a second. Hold on, my YouTube page is like tripping out. Let's see if we can find it together in real time, chat. Hold on, let me open this up. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, we are on the tube of views. Why is my browser freaking out though? Hold on, chat. I think we're frozen. Give us just a minute. Valid. Why are you not working? Can you guys hear me? Is my whole computer frozen or is it just me?
So pick up your toys.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay.
If I pick up your toy, you're not playing with
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, my Opera browser is not responding. There we go.
Nope.
Okay, here we go.
6 and I gladly vote for me.
23.
What state are you from? And he gets so mad. But other than like him doing what he did today last week, I don't know who he is. I have no clue who that guy is.
Wow,
hey,
you're
Laram, are you a Trump supporter?
totally new at this. Taking a while.
No, not really.
Did you vote for him?
Villainizing 50% of the population
Until it's no, man. This absolutely includes
in makeup and pretend to be women. I wanted to talk about the first statement. It's all mental.
doing the exact same thing. But other than like him doing what he did today last week, I don't know who he is. I have no clue who that. I'm trying to find you, Alex. Give me a second. Hey Blairim, are you a Trump supporter? Blairim,
You're kind of villainizing 50% of.
Really includes trans men. It just doesn't. Men simply means that
So you're not okay with villainizing makeup?
trans women are
Yeah,
women.
because they wear makeup, right?
Trans women are women. If you continue to just
They're
be
not.
gross, I'm just gonna move on. Okay. Thanks for making that easy, Blairim. Hi, Alex.
Wow,
Are
so
you a
you're
Trump
kicking
supporter?
multiple people. Interesting. No.
Okay. Can I have your age for TikTok?
22.
And what state are you from?
I'm not from the US.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Okay. Cool. So what brings you up today?
So, when are we going to start holding a woman accountable
For what?
for bitching about men 24/7?
For bitching about men 24/7. Wow. What does that accountability look like? Alex, tell us.
Yeah, that accountability looks like you, instead of demonizing men
How am
for
I
being
demonizing
men,
men? How am I demonizing
start
men for being
owning
men?
up about your own flaws, about being a woman,
Sure, let's talk
and
about it.
instead of victimizing
Alex, tell me.
individuals.
Hey, Alex, tell me. What did I say that demonized men?
Yeah, so you said that most violence is committed by men, right?
Is that wrong?
Yeah, who are the most victims of violence?
Wait, who are the most victims of violence? Am I wrong about the statement, men commit the most violence in the world? Is that statement wrong?
But who are the most victims of violence?
Is that
Answer
statement
that.
wrong? Alex, I will, once you answer my question that I asked you first. Is that statement
Wait,
wrong?
did I say that was wrong?
Is that statement wrong? You're trying to say I'm villainizing men by making a true statement? Be so fucking
Did I
for
say
real,
it was
Alex.
wrong?
So are you saying that I'm villainizing men by making a true statement? Yes or no?
No, I never said that.
So then how am I villainizing men? How am I demonizing men? Because that's
You're
what I
not
asked
listening
you for.
to me. You're
No.
using me, actually.
Alex, I asked you specifically, how am I demonizing men? Your response was, you said men commit the most violence. So I asked you, is that statement wrong? You said no. So how am I demonizing men by giving you a true statement, Alex? That was the original question. How am I demonizing men?
Right, first of all, can you not mute me so I can respond to your question?
I'll do whatever I want, Alex. Whatever I want.
So the
like
way
a
that you're
misandry. Great. Oh, look, no men. Okay, so
Wow,
Alex, again.
so as soon as I was trying to...
So Alex, again, how was
So
I
you immediately
demonizing
kicked
men?
me as soon as I was gonna reply.
How was I demonizing men, Alex?
Oh, so if you didn't kick me, I would have told you. But since you were too impatient, you decided to kick me, so I never got to respond.
Okay, bye. Cry about it in my DMs or something, not on my panel. Are we all good here? We're all good? We're all good. Oh, look, no men. I can cry about it somewhere else, babe. Not on my panel. Oh. Anywho, chat. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. I'm tired of talking to incel men today about women. Because it's all they ever want to talk about is just the control of women. If you are over on the Tube of Views or the Twitch, feel free to call in. Feel free to call into the number.
What?
You're good, Finn. You're totally good. All right, guys. Let's see. Hello. Oh my gosh, thank you.
I found it in the table mover.
You found it when you moved the table. Thank you for returning, Glinda. Even though you broke off her stuff. It's fine. Like... All right, chat. Let's make sure that we're doing all the good things. Tapping the screen, sharing the live. We're hitting the rose gold. That's going to cycle us through the FYP and get more people in here to have a conversation with us. Let's see what is in the news today.
Pick up your choice.
Okay, we'll go over that one.
You're not playing your game. No.
Ba, 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 ba. What is that? Interesting. Okay. Hi, Mag. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I am conservative. Is that okay?
Sure. Who'd you vote for in 2024?
I didn't vote, honestly.
Okay, that's fine. How old are you for TikTok?
I'm 27.
And what state are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
Nice. So I have some subjects to the side, or we can talk about current events. What brings you up?
Well, I was wondering about the first prompt you had. It's all men until it's no man. Could you like specify that or elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever heard of the "It's all men until it's no men" movement before? Or is this like your first time?
No, I've seen it before, like on TikTok, honestly,
Okay,
but
so
I've
what
never
is your
really.
understanding of it, or do you just scroll past?
Well, I mean, wait. Sorry for the
You're fine.
background noise. All right. So my perception about this statement, and I've seen this statement appear quite a lot of times, through TikTok lives and other posts. And to me, honestly, it really sounds very sexist and very, very, very like a generalization regarding men, right? I mean, I do believe, and obviously, there are very, very terrible men out there. And I also think that there is a like unhealthy unhealthy wave of misogyny going on. So I acknowledge all that. But to say that it's all men is, to me, a little bit more of a generalization. So
Okay. So the "It's all men till it's no men" movement started because of just based off data concerning women and how women and other men are treated by men, right? So like the Skittle theory. So you and I are going to a house party and it's a potluck, and you're bringing like a pot roast and I'm bringing like a sweet dessert. So I decided to bring a bowl full of Skittles. And I tell you
Yes.
before we go in, hey, I've poisoned one of these Skittles. Are you going to eat any of the Skittles?
No, obviously not.
Right. So when we say it's all men till it's no men, this isn't taking away from the fact that good men to exist in the world and that we recognize these good men. This is simply asking those good men to stand beside us as we work on dismantling the patriarchy and holding bad men accountable, so that way women can have safe spaces and genuine equity for existing.
All right, that's fair. I think that's a very very fair explanation about what the movement exactly is. But
Yeah.
why not like rephrase it to something different?
Well, we do though,
Like-
right? So we say it's all men till it's no men, and if it's not all men till it's no men, it's at least a man, right? So because at the end of the day, when these things happen, it may not be all men, but somehow, more likely than not, it always winds up being a man. So it's just, it gets men thinking. It's a bit rage baity at the core of it, right? But it gets men like you to come up and have this conversation, to understand what we're trying to do, and to be hopefully bring you a part of our movement, right? Because women are just exhausted with the labor of it all. We've been screaming for years that we just want equity and we just want to be safe. And it falls on deaf ears, right? So we want men to stand beside us and start holding bad men accountable for their actions. For example, it shouldn't have just been a group of women protesting when Brock Turner got a 90-day sentence for being caught in the act of raping a woman. Right? Men should have stood beside us in those protests, and we should have been heard. So we're just trying to get men to join us. That's all we're trying to do. The good men, because I mean, you sound like a decent man. You sound like you've got a good head on your shoulders. You didn't come up here, cuss me out, call me a fat bitch, and tell me to go unalive, right? So you seem pretty great so far. So you seem like one of the men that we would want on our side. Just hold your friends accountable when you catch them sharing nudes of a one-night stand and be like, hey man, don't do that without her consent. That's gross. Or you hear a guy catcalling a woman on the street, be like, hey man, why are you making her uncomfortable? Cut that shit out. You wouldn't do that to another man, right? Just hold your male counterparts accountable for making women uncomfortable and unsafe in spaces. That's all.
I think that's a very fair statement, by the way. Thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome.
So, So what do you think of, like, what the solution could be, like, regarding this? Because, in my opinion, one of the problems about this is definitely about how individualistic our society has become, and how multicultural the society is, in which, like, we as a Western nation just can't define what right is and what wrong is, right? If you understand, like everybody has their own morals and values nowadays.
Right. And I do think we need more reform in a lot of systems, right? There's a lot of systems that were ultimately built by men that benefit men. For example, like the justice system, right? We agree Brock Turner getting a slap on the wrist for being caught raping a woman was fucking insane. But this happened because he was a white man in a society in which the justice system was meant to work for him, right? And so I think like we need actual reform in these systems. We need to start like believing all women, right? Like don't quit allowing. There's so many men on this app who to this day want to argue the adjudication of like the E. Jean Carroll case that went to a trial. Donald Trump was judged by a
Trump,
jury of
right?
his peers. Yes. Like he was found civilly liable, which means responsible for forcibly, deliberately penetrating a woman against her will. And they are so bothered by that fact because they voted for him that they will sit on Beyonce's internet and scream to the high heavens that she's a liar, which is what leads to everyday women like me and my friends when we get assaulted. This is what leads to the path of a defense attorney being able to be like, well, what was she wearing? She had an orgasm during, therefore she must have liked it. We need to cut that rhetoric at its face, like at its legs. That rhetoric should not exist. Women should not have to like justify what their bodies did during a rape. You know what I mean? Like that's gross. It like there's an entire art exhibit about what was she wearing, and it's clothes that women were wearing when they were assaulted, and it's anywhere from like baby pajamas to like wedding dresses, and it's insane.
Yeah. No, I agree. Although I would say that I do favor, a form of modesty in clothing. I'm also not like somebody that would say wearing like a very very short skirt is necessarily unmodest, right?
Right.
I'm very lenient with that, because I do think that it also really depends on the context about what women wear, and during each environment, obviously. So you can't say that somebody wearing a bikini, for instance, is instantly not modestly not properly clothed. All right?
Mhm.
That's very unfair. So I'm not that kind of conservative guy.
Right. I think
So-
these conversations are like the first step, and then coming together as a collective and figuring out what those next steps are is also important. So it's like now it's like there's a lot of people, like you said, who are having these conversations. And I'm actually gonna like you brought up a really good point. I'm gonna spend some time thinking about this today. How can we organize all of us collectively together who want to be a part of this thing to bring change about, right? Because I think the more conversations we have, those things trickle down into genuine changes within like the justice system, for example, or within like the forms of accountability that we see happen when people are convicted of these crimes. So like that's a very good question, and I'm going to spend a good part of my day trying to figure out the best way to organize everybody and see if there's a way to get that sort of going. Because I mean, you're right, there are a lot of people talking about this. I feel like there's not enough organization at its base to push it forward.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a good thing if there's like some sort of awareness about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would even say that maybe the best way for this is to introduce some sort of like ethical class within maybe sex ed, where both men and women are taught about the morals about the consequence about having intimacy, right?
Right.
And how much you could hurt one each other, for instance. That's probably one thing. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a Christian myself, and I do really think that most problems nowadays really stem from the fact that we refrain from a certain baseline of Christianity that we just lost as a society in the West. And one of them is definitely marriage and how like serious or not serious it's taken, right? Because there's a really big like casualty around intimacy, in my opinion, which is just wrong. And that casualty really results into men thinking that women are object, right? To just do whatever they can to them. Instead, like, before, it was just way harder for men to actually have a relationship like that or gain access to that because they really had to work hard. They had to ask permission, by the, ask the hand of the father's daughter, to marry her and then commit to her life, right? And be a servant basically to that woman. But that's just all gone.
Be a servant to that woman. It's like, so what? In Christianity, they're taught that women are subservient to men.
Well, but at the same time, women have to love their women as the church. And that actually means that men need to uphold a very high respect for women, just as much they should
But do you think that's ever been
respect the
held
church.
true? Right? Like, do you think that's ever been held true in like Christian households? Because I would argue that men are taught that women are supposed to be subservient to them and they're supposed to, what's the word? Submit to their husbands and be this like dutiful housewife, while men think that as long as they go to work 8 hours a day and they pay all the bills, that they're fine. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do anything more than that.
Unfortunately, not, and I agree with you with that. There definitely has been causes where it didn't happen like that, even though it's clearly written in the Bible. How men should treat their women, right? In which it's somehow like a unity instead of like one being, better than the other. So it's the equal valued relationship that's that's the most important in Christianity, as I just mentioned. But
Right,
unfortunately,
like,
obviously,
now-
it's not like upheld to most Western men, I'd say. Can I maybe give you like an explanation about my background and maybe put some contrast on how that differs to how most Western
Are you from
people
America?
think. I am from the United States, but ethnically, I'm not like American, Western.
Okay.
So yeah, so there's a huge population in Michigan which are Iraqi Christians, right?
Mhm.
Iraqi Catholics. They are called Chaldeans. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of those people, but the like when a man and a woman like marry to each other, it's very equal valued. And if a guy really messes up, like in whatever way, he's like shunned upon. Like he's definitely called out for that. Like it's how we as a community function. To be fair, we
Mhm.
call out the bad behavior of our own people. So so yeah, that's what I think is missing in the West, right? The accountability that we hold each other, as we just mentioned. So
Right, because I feel like there's a huge lack of accountability when it comes to like the standards of men in general. Whereas
Yeah.
there's all of the accountability when it comes to the standards of women. Whether
Yeah.
that be
Yeah.
like because I'm not a religious person myself, but I understand like the point that you're
I
trying to
understand,
make.
yeah.
And so it's just like I feel like women are always held to like this really high standard, whereas like the bar's in fucking hell for men, and I think that's why more and more men are like, well, we're suffering from a male loneliness epidemic, and I'm like, y'all did that to yourselves, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Maybe let's look inward, do some therapy, and maybe we'll come back,
No, it's definitely yeah, it's definitely getting extreme with these topics, to be fair. So but yeah, but I mean the way how you phrase the it's all men till it's no men, I think it's a very fair explanation. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome, Mag. This has been a pretty decent conversation. I hope you have a lovely day, man. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, guys, let's tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Because, guys, I'm telling you, we hit a reset. We're 24 minutes in. We're only 13,000 likes in. Y'all are 10K behind on these likes. We haven't cycled through this rose goal one time to get us on the For You page. I haven't had to reset the rose goal once. We only got $2.50 for the daily goal. Y'all just don't like me anymore. It's a Monday. I get it. It's a fucking Monday. We're all suffering from the Monday blues. But I thought y'all loved me. I thought y'all loved me. Turns out it's all talk. It's all talk. Y'all don't even like me, chat. W-Easy. I know. You and Andrew are doing a good job, Witty. Hi, average Texan. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Can I have your age for TikTok? I'm sorry, Mom.
22.
How old are you? Or, I'm sorry, what state are you from?
Texas.
Texas? All right. So, we have some subjects over here to the side, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy, Texan?
Don't talk about the events to the side, or?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about one of these, or would you like to talk about current events? I leave the choice up to you.
I was going to talk about the It's All Men thing.
Okay. So, what is your understanding of the "It's all men until it's no men" movement?
Like, people that I speak to, they say different things. Some are like, "Oh, all men are predators," but then others are like, "All men are potential threats." But I'm not really sure what you define as.
It's kind of a mixture of the two, right? So I like to bring it down to just the basics. So you and me, Texan, we're going to a party, right? It's a potluck. You're bringing something savory, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring something sweet, and I decide that sweet treat that I'm bringing is gonna be a bowl of Skittles. I tell you before we go into the party, hey man, I've poisoned one of these Skittles. Are you gonna eat any of the Skittles throughout the night?
No.
Right. So when we know for a fact that all men are the number one perpetrators of violence in the world, because the most violence committed is by men at the hands of men, right? Whether that be for women or for men, men commit the most violence. We now have to walk into a room of, say, 100 men and assume that all of them are going to be unsafe. So with the all men till it's no men movement, we are asking that for the good men who do exist, that you guys join us in this fight to create equity and equality for women and to create safe spaces for women by holding bad men accountable for their actions and stop putting all of the labor on women when everything we do falls on deaf ears.
But you just using the phrase "good men" doesn't that kind of defeat your entire point that there is? It's not all men, then, is it?
Not at all, right? Because so just like when we used to, do you remember when we used to say like all cops are bad?
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous.
Does that mean that no good cops exist, or does that mean until the good cops start speaking out against the bad cops, they're also bad?
I don't think they're bad if they don't speak out against them. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying, right?
Top.
So if the good cops are speaking out against the bad cops, then there are good cops that exist. But in the good old boy system with the Back the Blue, which is the biggest gang in the United States, good cops don't speak out against their bad cops because they're their bad cop counterparts, because they're a family, they're a unit, which makes those cops who know bad things are happening equally as bad. So it's all men till it's no men. If one of your buddies comes to you and is like, hey man, I went to a party last night. This girl was absolutely wasted out of her mind and we hooked up. And you're like, did she consent to that? And he's like, well, I mean, she didn't say no. How are you going to react to that, Texan?
Probably cut him off permanently.
Well, instead of cutting him off, why don't you educate him on how what he just did was raping a woman and was a bad thing to do, and hold your buddy accountable for that action? Because by cutting him off, right, he's no longer your friend anymore, but he's also not facing any backlash for what he just did, which was raping a woman. And because that woman had been drinking, and because she didn't explicitly say no, there's no pathway for her to get justice for herself either.
I mean, how drunk was that guy?
It's irrelevant.
Well,
Drunk people can... What?
Well, if he was like absolutely wasted as well, then...
Did I say in the hypothetical that he was wasted, or did I say specifically she was wasted?
Yeah, you didn't really specify if he was wasted or not.
Right, because in this hypothetical he wasn't, so I didn't really have to specify it. If he was drunk, I would have specified. Right?
Okay, right.
So this happens all of the time, where there's sort of like blurred consent is what like men like to think that it is. When in reality, if you don't have explicit consent, don't do it. Right? Let's not make excuses for any of it. Let's not make the excuse of, well, he was also drunk, so neither one of them can consent. Like, let's not make any excuses for any of it. If we cannot consent to things, let's not do things. Right?
Yeah.
Let's normalize that instead. So all we're asking you to do, we're not saying good men don't exist, and me saying good men do exist doesn't take away from it's all men till it's no men, because until those good men start putting in the labor to create safe and equitable spaces for women, they're included in it's all men till it's no men, because they benefit from the patriarchy, and they benefit from their proximity to other men who get away with crazy things.
Yeah, right, okay, I get you.
So that's all it is.
Yeah, I get you, no, I get you.
Anything else, Texan?
No, that was it.
All right, you have a great day, sir.
Yeah, you too.
Is this the pretend page? What do you mean, Greg? What you talking about, Willis? Hey, Emma, glad to see you live again. Hi, Toenail. Pleasure to see you. Let's see if we can load in the next guest. Thanks for being on the tube of views and engaging. That is super appreciated. My nose is so itchy today, chat. I think I need to take my allergy medicine because I'm literally unaliving. What? Okay.
So you're not picking up your toys.
Uh,
No, I'm picking up your toys so you're not going to play with the game later.
do. All right, guys, let's see. If you're a Trump supporter, please request up. You are the Tarjay audience. Sorry, my box was hidden behind my window.
Yo, what's up?
Hi, Beto. Are you a Trump supporter?
Nah.
How old are you?
33.
Give me 1 second, Beto. Sorry, my toddler was very upset. Oh, he ran away? Interesting. Okay. I was just talking to my child. Hi, Drew. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
28.
What state are you from?
California.
All right. So I have some subjects to the side. We can talk about current events. What brings you up?
Yeah. I was curious as to what you meant by the first topic.
There's a lot of men this morning who are curious about this. Okay. So do you have any understanding of what it's all men till it's no men movement is?
No.
Okay. So you and I are going to a house party, right? It's a potluck. You're bringing something savory. I'm bringing something sweet. So I decide I'm bringing a giant bowl of Skittles. And I tell you while we're at the door waiting for the door to be opened, hey man, I put one poison Skittle in this bowl of Skittles. Are you going to eat any of the Skittles that night?
No.
Right. So whenever we say it's all men till it's no men, we're basically just asking people to understand the fact that men are the number one perpetrators of violence in the world, whether that be violence towards men or violence towards women. The violence is caused at the hands of men. So instead of just leaving the labor on the women to create safe and equitable spaces for themselves, when everything that we do falls on deaf ears, we're asking the good men who do exist to hold their bad counterparts accountable until there are safe and equitable spaces for women in the world. Women and other men, truly. Like, you guys benefit from this as well.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right, anything else, Drew?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You have a lovely day. Not going to say shit because I don't want to jinx it, chat. Hi, James. Are you a Trump supporter?
I mean, I don't really care for politics. Like, I don't got my opinion. Nah. I would say nah.
Okay, cool. Can I have your age for TikTok?
18.
And what state are you from?
Alabama.
Alabama. All right. So I've got some subjects to the side. We can talk about current events. What brings you up?
What do you mean by like gun reform? You think guns should be taken like away from people per se?
Nope. So I am a Second Amendment carrier. I have my lifetime concealed carry permit. I own a small hobby farm in which I have to protect my livestock. So I own a handgun. I own a rifle. I even own an AR just because I wanted to see how easy it was to buy one. So when I talk about gun reform, the things that I advocate for is right now the way that we have it set up is gun reform is states' rights individually. So we have 50 states with 50 different sets of laws. 22 of those states, I believe, have red flag laws and universal background checks, and 26 of those states have safe storage laws. So the things that I advocate for on a federal level is universal background checks, closing the loophole on private sales. Every gun sold within the borders of this country should have a background check ran on the purchaser, period. Safe storage laws, which is more of a proactive law than it is a reactionary law to hopefully keep children and other adults safer. And also red flag laws. I really like the idea of the red flag laws needing an investigation to happen, meaning like the police are involved, you provide evidence as to why somebody should not have their weapons. That evidence goes in front of a judge, and a judge decides if an ERPO can be issued to confiscate those guns from that person. So I'm advocating for these three things on a federal level to make it more uniform, so that way gun violence as a whole can be curbed collectively instead of individually.
Okay, yeah. So you're like you're for abortion, right? You think it's good?
Well, that's a hell of a pivot. I think abortion is healthcare and up to the women. Earl, thank you so much for the $50 for It's All of Us Till It's None of Us for the grift. I appreciate you so much, Earl. I believe women should have bodily autonomy, period. And therefore it should be between a woman and her doctor on what happens with her and her body.
But I feel like abortion's murder though. I mean,
And those are your feelings, but before we go into the abortion topic, since you are a man, I always ask a few basic questions. Are you okay with answering some questions?
Yeah.
Where is a woman's uvula?
I don't know. I don't study the human body.
Okay, where is your uvula?
I don't know.
All right, so if you don't understand your own anatomy and you don't understand my anatomy, what makes you think you have any right to control anything in my body?
I mean, well, like grape's a different story, right? Obviously.
Nope, I'm not talking about the exceptions. I'm talking about just in general. So look, here, let me put it to you this way, okay? So there are two groups of people in the world. One group of people can get people pregnant. The other group of people are the ones that get pregnant. Both groups of people have used contraceptive or birth control at least one time in their life, okay? But one group of people admits to using contraceptive or birth control 30% of the time, every time that they have sex, to prevent a pregnancy. The other group of people uses contraceptive or birth control 80% of the time to prevent a pregnancy. So no answer is wrong here. I have a solution to abortion on both sides, but you have to answer the question. If we were to write legislation, should we write that legislation against the 30% of people who use contraceptives 30% of the time, or the 80% of people that use contraceptives 80% of the time? Which one should we legislate?
I say 30%.
The 30%, because the 30% are more irresponsible, right? And so if we were to write legislation that would end all abortions, we would write legislation in the form of men having vasectomies. Because men are the number one cause of pregnancy. I exist every single day with eggs in my body, and until my husband does his thing, they go unfertilized. Men can get 352 women pregnant a year, or 300, however many days there are in a year. I don't know right now. And vasectomies are an in and out procedure that is completely reversible. And you could still get women pregnant without even having to reverse it. You would just go to a doctor, they would take your sperm, they would meet it with your wife's egg, and you guys would have a baby together. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And women wouldn't have to worry about abortions anymore because men wouldn't be irresponsibly ejaculating all over the place.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
365. Thank you, Brenda.
I don't know. I feel like personally, the only time I think abortion would actually I'd be okay with it for my girlfriend and everything, especially because if we know what we're getting into and we know what the risks are if us not taking the procedures and everything, but she should at least talk to me about it. And if it's obviously a health risk to her, then obviously, yeah, it's okay. And if she decides she don't want the kid, we can always put it up for adoption or something. I just don't think it's right there.
You can hold the opinion that you should be included in that conversation, absolutely, because it does take two people to make a baby, right? So your opinion is absolutely valid, that that's a conversation that you should have. But if you don't like abortion, right, then before you're having sex with anybody, you should be asking them if they are pro-choice and pro-life. And if they say they are pro-choice, you shouldn't be having unprotected sex with anybody who's pro-choice. Because at the end of that conversation that you're included in, if she still chooses to go through with an abortion, that is her body and you have to accept that. And if you can't accept that, then you should only be having sex with women who are pro-life, who would potentially carry that baby to have it adopted, or who would have a baby with you. You, as a man who this is never affected by, absolutely can be included in the conversation, but you don't get to make the final decision, period.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
So,
all right. Yeah. All right, that was it. You have a good day.
You too, James. Guys, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Like, so when it comes to, like, the abortion topic, it's like, I feel like men consistently say things like, well, women also knew what they were getting themselves into, right? They should have kept their legs closed. Instead of having that thought process and cutting it off there, I think we should also push back and have the counter argument of why are so many men having unprotected sex with pro-choice women? Because men could ask these questions of women and be like, are you pro-life or pro-choice? And they could ensure that they're not having sex with a woman who would deletus their fetus, right? They could absolutely have that conversation before sticking their dipstick anywhere. My wife has always included me in the conversations. It has always been her final decision. Exactly, Dad. Exactly, just a dad. Exactly. What's the Emma the young man mind changer? I know, Brandy. What's happening? What? Hold on. I need to check on Jess. Because I bet I got all the good ones and Jess got all the crazies. Okay. If your woman isn't willing to have these conversations with you, there's probably a reason. Right. Right. The crazies love Jess. They sure do. They sure freaking do. Blue app. All right. 2 seconds. Oh, Brooke, thank you so much for the $1 for the grift. Pro-life men should pick better partners. I fucking agree. I mean, honestly, like, so when Paul and I met, right, there were, like, within the first, I would say, 3 or 4 dates, we hadn't had, like, in-depth conversations that were hard. Don't go Jason Waterfalls. I'm still associated with the group of people over there. I'm just not in a leadership position over there anymore. I chose to step back. I had some personal things going on, so I stepped down from a leadership role, but we're all still friends. Everything's all good. But yeah, so we touched on a lot of hard topics. Like, I immediately was like, who did you vote for in 2020? I was like, have you ever voted for Donald Trump? How do you feel about women's rights? Just because, like, I won't entertain the time with a person that I know I'm not going to get along with. I just won't do it. No, you're fine, Jason. You're totally fine. Yeah, we're all still friends. I just needed... I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and I couldn't juggle both things at once, and it just felt unfair, so I just took a step back. My fiance paid for half my abortion because period. Exactly, Artsy. Exactly. And I mean, Paul and I, like, we're married. We are married right now. And even being married, if we were to become pregnant, like obviously we're trying for another baby. We want another baby, so this wouldn't be our situation. But if we weren't actively trying for a baby and we didn't want another baby, the conversation would be, can we have another baby? And if at the end of that conversation, I still decided that I didn't want a third baby, he would absolutely support me in that decision and do whatever I needed him to do. There's no cool air to be sent over, B. It feels like a swamp outside. Like, it feels like a literal swamp outside here. I can't even go outside right now because we are under an air quality warning, and it says people with bad lungs should stay indoors. Heat advisory. We are under a heat advisory, and let me see. Heat index values up to 108 are expected today.
Really?
Yes.
So I brought Florida with me.
You brought Florida with you. Air quality index is 54 right now. So we're still in the green right now, but we're expected to get down into the pinks today. Oh, it's wild. It's wild. All right, chat. If you're a Trump supporter, please request up. If you're on the Tuba user or the Twitch and you want to have a conversation, feel free to hit the number 901-209-9404. I will answer it. We'll connect you directly to me. Because Taika says, Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Also, Happy Pride. When did you start therapy? You said swamp. I thought Trump was supposed to drain the swamp. Not in the Midwest. We have an undrainable swamp in the Midwest. Pterodactyl, absolutely not. 114 is fucking insane.
All last week was 116 when I was.
Ew. I will do my best not to unalive. I'm pretty much just gonna be staying indoors. So chat, so you guys get me today. You get me tomorrow. You get me Wednesday. You don't get me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I will not be back until Monday. Once Thursday hits. I am driving to Iowa. You guys might see me panel for a few minutes here and there, stop in and say hello. But I'm going to be spending time with family. I'm going to be really busy. I'm going to Iowa. And yeah, so you guys are not going to be seeing me come Thursday. It's also part of why this goal is a little heftier than normal, because we're going to be taking some time off. And I just want to make sure that we are going to be okay food-wise and bill-wise by the time we get back. So, how about there's a winter storm warning in parts of Montana and surrounding states right now? That's insane. I'm Australian. Don't do therapy. You should try therapy. It's actually really good for you, Taika. Therapy's great.
Okay. What did I say?
I'm not going anywhere fun. I'm just visiting family. B says hi, babe.
Tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hi.
He says hi. He says hi, B.
Mommy,
Yes, baby.
I want my picture.
Okay, but first you gotta help Dad run the trash, remember?
I told him later.
Yeah, you gotta help Dad run the trash first.
I say wait. He say waiter.
The trash has to go now, or else you guys aren't gonna make it in time.
Say waiter.
Wait, when are you doing the trash, babe?
I'm ready to get dressed and take off now.
See? You're about to do the trash, and then when you get home, you can play. End of the world, chat. End of the world. I've just devastated a toddler.
Can you be a mom and get off here?
Hi, Dean. Are you a Trump supporter?
No. I think
Can I have
your
your
kid
age for
needs
TikTok?
you.
No, his dad's
Can
got
you-
him. His dad's got him. He has a dad.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's literally right there.
Okay.
Yeah, his dad's got it. He's upset because we won't give him a computer. So
Oh.
I don't let my kids spend a lot of time on electronics.
Oh, that's a W.
So like he gets about like an hour in the afternoon where he gets to like play an educational game. Right now I bought him like a really cool
Mhm.
Paw Patrol game. He really wants to play it right now, but it's not time for that right now, so he's like losing his mind about it because I let him play it for the first time yesterday, and so we're struggling to get in the routine, Dean, that's all. But thanks for running away, I guess. You could have said sorry first, Dean. You know, that probably would have been cool. Like, that would have been cool. Maine Young Republicans says, why are you letting your kids cry? That's embarrassing. Hi, Maine. So his dad's taking care of him. Is that okay with you, brother?
No, it's not. I think you should be a better mom and take care of your kids.
Okay. So can I get your age
That's
for
pretty
TikTok?
embarrassing.
Can I
That's
get your
pretty
age for
embarrassing.
TikTok?
No, you asked me a question. I think it's pretty embarrassing that
asking
you're
you
saying
another
you're letting your
question.
kids cry.
Can I get your age for TikTok?
No, you can't.
Okay, well then I've got to let you go because I got to make sure you're over the age of 18.
Because you don't like.
So, well, no, it's TikTok terms of service. If you'd like to come back and have a conversation, feel free. Until you do, and until you grow up, I'm just going to revoke your First Amendment. So now you don't get to talk in the chat either. So, wow, aren't we just so cool over here, Maine? So here's the thing, guys. So as you guys know who are my fans, my husband has been out of town for 3 weeks. He just got home this morning. He flew in last night at midnight. He came into the house at like 4 o'clock in the morning. My son and I woke up to his beautiful face next to us. So mom's off fucking duty. Unless we're like bleeding, I'm not doing shit. So if you want to be upset that you can't play on your tablet, I'm sorry. That sounds like a personal problem, and you can play on it later. Like, what do you mean? His whole ass dad is taking care of him, dude. Grow up. Here's the thing. I believe men can be parents. You just gotta let them be parents.
Sound.
Oh,
Know how
shit.
to make it.
You're not supposed to have any sound. All right, guys. Can I cry because I'm stupid? Oh, don't cry. Don't cry, babe. And you're probably not stupid. You're probably just misinformed. So that's what we do here, right? I won't call anybody on like the right or left like stupid or anything like that because I feel like it's just mean when in reality it's a lack of education that we have in this society. It's a lack of education in how our governmental system works. It's a lack of education in how important a person's vote is. It's a lack of education just across the board on like how to media bias check things. I don't think anyone's stupid. I just think we all process information differently and we don't have all of the information all the time. Juniper Marie. You're gonna get me scratched up by Luna. That's his new thing, by the way. I don't care. That's his new thing. I don't care. So 69 caller, for the record, the reason why he's throwing this fit right now is because I won't let him on a screen. So that's a wild thing for you to say. 69 caller says a month into summer break and she has him in front of a screen to be on live. Except that's why he's upset right now is because he's not on his screen. I have his screen right here next to me and he's upset that I won't give it to him. Because I want him to do his chores first. And I want him to hang out with his dad. So, isn't that crazy? Here, hold on. Look at that, the screen in question. I have it in my possession. Hi, baby. What's the matter?
We're talking about going to the dentist.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to go.
Because you've given him a phone for days, 69? That's not true. That's not true at all. He literally has been playing with his sensory bins every morning. He's been playing with his games. Like, it's okay to be wrong, dude. My phone's been right here. So what 69 is talking about, chat, is how I've been streaming Disney movies from my phone to the TV. That's what he's talking about. B, his chores are inside. It's not too hot to do inside chores when the AC's on. Right, Brooke. God forbid a child watch a movie or a TV show or play with their sensory bin. So this child literally has an entire closet full of career choice outfits that he changes in and out of every single day. You guys can literally hear him in his imagination playing on the other side of this wall every day with his toys. He dresses up in a new career outfit every day. The other day he was an astronaut chef. He wanted to fly to the moon and be able to cook food for the astronauts. Before that, he was a whole rainbow because that's what he wants to be when he grows up. Don't ask me questions. He can do whatever he wants, right? And then he plays with his toys. Like, he has almost the entire Toy Story cast, and they interact together and talk to each other, and he plays with them. Like, he's fine. Like, he's totally fine. So just because he's throwing a fit this morning because I won't give him his computer, get over it. Independent play is healthy, Lindsay. You're right. And that's something that I've had to work on, right? Because that was a part of... So last year, one of our major goals in Head Start was to make him less dependent because he was very dependent on me for everything. Which is why we've been doing... I do allow him to play independently because that is something that we are working on with his teachers. We hear that, baby. He wanted to be an Incredible. He did. Also talk about my chores, Emma. Well, good luck with that. I love the play sounds I hear from your lives. Thanks, Justin Dad. He goes back to school on August 5th, and I'm gonna miss him. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter or you just want to talk shit to me, I guess, request up. Because so far, I'm just seeing a bunch of men crying about something that like is none of their business. Aren't you so glad you didn't have a baby with me? So don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Oh, my daughter's gonna be a senior this year. Hi, Minerva.
Hello.
Welcome back. I got to get your age for TikTok one more time.
Oh, I'm 31.
W. So,
No, I'm born in the 90s.
what brings you back up, love?
Okay, I would like to apologize. I also was scrolling the doom scroll. My brain was not awake.
You're
I
fine.
didn't
You
have
don't
my
have to apologize
Adderall
for
in me.
anything.
But I did fall for the rage bait. I wasn't understanding of the understanding.
It's okay.
I did learn. But I got a genuine question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why? Okay, this is definitely something that I know will teeter-totter some people, but it's
Okay.
just it comes from a place of genuine questioning.
Okay.
Why do we put the LGBT blah 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 stuff in schools?
Okay. So that's actually like a really easy question, and I think like it's really the simplest answer. The reason it doesn't seem like the simplest answer is because the right has a really good way of taking a problem that doesn't exist and creating said problem, right? So whenever you hear the Republicans talk about LGBTQIA plus in schools, they talk about how they're teaching gender ideology and they're like teaching sexual behaviors to children, and that shouldn't be the thing, when that's not true at all. So like let's say that you and I are teachers in a kindergarten classroom and we're trying to teach inclusivity, including LGBTQIA people, to our class, right? So we decide, class, let's all get together, we're going to do some arts and crafts. We want everyone to draw a picture of their family. And Sarah draws a picture of her family, and she has a mommy and a daddy and a big sister and a dog. And Joe draws a picture of his family, and he's got 2 mommies and a couple of chickens and a pet pig. And then Amber draws a picture of her family, and she's actually being raised by her grandparents, and they have no pets. And then Sabrina has 2 dads. We would look at all of these families collectively, and when children go, why does Sabrina have 2 dads? We would go, well, because sometimes people just have 2 dads. When Joe goes, why does Amber live with her grandparents? We go, well, sometimes people just don't have their parents around anymore, so they have to be raised by their grandparents, right? That's all that it is. Nobody is teaching anything sexual, preference-wise, to children. Even when they're old enough to take sex ed, you took sex ed, right? They taught us how to pinch the tip of a condom and roll it down the base to make sure that thing wasn't going to pop like a balloon when we were practicing safe sex. They didn't teach us, like, hey, you might like being tied up. Right? Like, none of that was taught. And that's what the Republican Party wants you to believe, is that these conversations are going in depth about sexual preference, when in reality, we're just trying to teach kids that sometimes people's families don't all look the same. Sometimes who people love doesn't look the same to like who you love. Sometimes people feel differently about themselves, and that's okay, because these people are allowed to just live their lives.
How is that not just a basic understanding?
Because the Republicans like to create issues out of things that don't exist, right? Like pre-Roe v. Wade, for example, they were trying to convince the world that late-term abortions were completely elective. Women woke up at 33 weeks pregnant and decided, don't want this anymore, gonna go get rid of it. And that was never a thing. That was never a thing anyone did. Donald Trump took to the debate stage in 2024 and said, they're unaliving babies after birth. They're letting women birth babies and then they're killing them. Like, nobody's doing that.
I have to do the little stem of China.
Like, nobody's doing that. That's like Republicans. So, for example, since Roe v. Wade got overturned and it now is states' rights, there are states like Maryland who say you can have an abortion all 9 months in the state of Maryland. And I'm sure if you had the money and you had the time and you could find an abortion clinic who would do that for you, because it's states' rights now. The Republicans take a problem, they create a boogeyman out of it, and then they make that boogeyman come to life.
So, Okay. It's more than just people creating problems because they just want to argue at the end of it. Because okay, so let me clarify. I'm saying it wrong. They're the right says, "Oh, they're teaching our children blah blah blah," and the left is like, "No, blah blah blah." You know, imagine those are dolls going at each other because you know. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, just some people are more used to it. Some people are not used to it. It just seems so confusing to me.
Well, because it is confusing, right? Instead of the federal government should be implementing policies to make it easier for all of us to survive in this country, and everything else should be left up to our individual state. And then we should be voting for representatives in our state who want us to be able to live good lives in our state. But unfortunately, people are so caught up in like the freaking just Hunger Games of human rights that they would rather, like, a lot of people voted for Donald Trump because Donald Trump spent $2 million on ads that said Kamala Harris is for they, them, Donald Trump is for you. Like, shut up. Nobody cares that trans people exist. Nobody cared until Donald Trump started complaining about it. Like, it's silly. And it's just human rights. So the Republican Party says that they're the party of civil liberties, that they want people to have the most individual freedom so they can live their lives as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else around them or like raise their taxes or do whatever. But the Republican Party is also the ones who want to police people the most. They want to make sure that women don't have access to specific forms of healthcare because it makes them feel icky. They want to make sure that LGBTQIA members can't marry their partners and people that they love because it goes against their religion. They want to make sure that like children aren't taught like genuine education in like history because yeah, you know, white people doing slavery was bad, but like we didn't do slavery, so why do we keep talking about it? And it's just like the Republican Party wants the most control over people. It's the most authoritarian party I have ever seen in my life.
Okay, and then I got one more dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very clearly not an educated person in the stance of watching and reading the news because I'm gonna ask a very stupid question. What is the IA?
The what?
And the LGB thing. What is the IA?
Oh, okay. So LGBTQIA. So it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer. What is the I? What is the I?
I don't know.
Okay. Intersex and asexual. Thank you, chat. I was like, wait, my brain just went bloop. Yes, baby.
I apologize. I know Google is free, but at this point in life, I'm not trusting the AI because the AI is making me like, what?
Nope. Okay, we're gonna play your game here in just a little bit. You gotta help Dad run the trash. Dad's getting the trash, and then you're gonna run it. All right, thanks for coming back up, Minerva. I'm gonna drop you gently back to the chat.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, guys, I'm talking to my toddler. How much do I love you?
Too much.
Too much? How much do you love me?
No.
No?
Let's try again.
Ah, that's so mean. It hurts Mommy's feelings.
And that's funny.
How much do you love me, Jackson?
Too much.
Too much? Oh my goodness. I'm being a bummer. What the heck? He said, I'm being a bummer. Oh. ACAB for I remember asking AI what RuPaul's real name was, and they said Marshall Mathers. I don't trust AI. That's hilarious. Archangel, why don't you come on up and let's have a conversation about it? Archangel says, no need for gun control. That's crazy, because I'm pretty sure the prompt says gun reform and not control. You know what I mean? Also, guys, there's 142 people in here right now. Let's make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing live. We're only at 30,000 likes, and we've already been live for an hour. So we're 30,000 likes behind. You are. Hold on. Time out. Let's take a breath. Look at me. Great. All right. Are we cool, calm, and collected?
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen. You're talking to me. Lock in.
Yeah.
Lock in. So we are going to play the game today after you finish your chores, because that's responsibility. I know. It's such a bummer. I hate it too. But mommy doesn't get to play her ghost game, remember? Until dinner's cooked, dishes are done, floors are swept and mopped, you're bathed and ready for bed. I don't get to do any of that, right? Right. Because my responsibilities have to come before my game, right?
It's for me.
I know it's for you. Wait.
What?
Ooh, I bet I know what this is. Hold on, chat. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. What is it?
Hey.
I think this is my...
I know it is.
So I'm going to redo my kitchen cabinets, chat. Is this what I think it is?
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's from Whatnot. That's a cute little Neato I got. It's my squishy because you chewed a hole in it.
I want to see it.
Hold on a second, my love. My son chewed a hole in my Neato and was like, I just wanted to taste it.
Yeah.
Rude, you know?
I know.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Those are my dumplings.
Oh, I like dumplings. I'm just waiting for those.
Okay. I'll let you open one.
I'm just waiting for those.
Were you just waiting for those? Well, they are mommy's, but I will let you open one. Ow.
What?
What do you mean these kid scissors just cut me? That's crazy.
Not for you.
I asked him what it tasted like, and he said orange.
I can't see it.
Sandra, bow.
I got my cream. What is
More
it?
ant baits.
Oh, it's for me.
Nope, not for you. That's poison for the ants.
Oh. I like when you do it.
I'm excited. This thing's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
Wait,
So that's kind of disappointing.
Open it. A squishy. Oh,
Squishy. No, because you chewed it last time.
I say I'm sorry.
You said you were sorry when you chewed the first one, and then you chewed the second one.
Please.
No, but you can't open one of these. Hold on. I'm going to let you open this for mommy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Open it. Pull the lid off. Oh. Whoa. We got a glitter guy, chat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like a game, Melissa.
Ooh.
I got a game. You know, yesterday is in Peacock's house.
Hold on.
Let me see. Let me see.
Rare golden glitter dumpling.
Let me see.
Do not put it in your mouth.
Why?
Right, because it doesn't go in your mouth. Because I said so. How about that?
Let's see. I'll see the second one. I do it.
Oh, shoot.
What do you do with this?
Oh, another glitter one.
Oh.
It's the same blue glitter one.
Not in your mouth.
This has like...
I smell it.
Okay, you can smell it, but don't put it in your mouth.
Smell it.
Smell this, though. Oh, I know. It stinks. Here, give it back. I don't like that. They both smell like paint remover.
I want it.
No, hold on. We need to go wash our hands, I think. Here, let me see your hands. Where is it? Okay, let me see. Let me see the other one.
Jackson,
Rub your hands together.
rub your hands together. Put your
Ow, I have a cut on my hand. Ooh, I have a cut on my hand and I just found out because of hand sanitizer.
I got taser too.
You got taser too?
Yes.
Hand sanitizer too, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. These dumplings smell like nail polish remover. Let me see. Rub your hands together.
Okay, I didn't steam myself. Okay, I done.
You're done? Okay. Why does that smell like paint remover? I don't like it. Hand me that lid. Mommy's going to rinse these off later and make sure they don't smell bad, and then we'll play with them, okay?
I want them.
Not right now. They smell bad, and I think they might have bad stuff on them.
Please.
Got these off whatnot, chat.
I want to flush them.
Not right now because they're bad smell. That bad smell's bad for us. So Mommy's got to wash them. I'm just going to wash them later, and then we can play with them. Yeah, because this one doesn't smell.
I want my squishy.
These aren't your squishies.
I want share.
No, because you ate my squishy last time. Brother.
Come on.
He's so upset. He will tell me all the time. He says, but sharing is caring. He literally chewed a hole in my squishy last time. That's the only reason I won't let him play with it.
Oh, yeah. I liked it. For me?
Well, no, these are Sanders. They're not for anybody. They're for Mommy's project.
I see enough for one.
Mommy needs to make sure they fit.
I just want them.
Brother, these fits are insane today. All right. He's upset because they're about to run to the dump, and he wants my squishy. All right, that's pterodactyl. All right, yep. Polly Pocket clothes. Are you raising a puppy or a child? Both, actually. I have Juniper Marie and a 4-year-old. And they together make a mess out of my house. Okay. These are instructions. Oh, it even comes with a... Haha, I did get the right one. Fucking W. Fucking W. What was that? Allie, I'm telling you, whatnot? I got the dumplings for like $5. If he has to choose stuff, I can DM you a link for Chewy Tube. Yes, please. Please. Because that's a new thing that he's doing.
No.
I'm just looking at what?
You don't need sandpaper. You don't even know what sandpaper is.
Oh my goodness. He knows what sandpaper is, guys. Hi, Auroras. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yeah, I'm 32.
Beautiful. What state are you from?
Oregon.
Alrighty. And so I have some subjects to the side, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Yeah, we can talk about abortion.
Okay, so I have some basic questions before we get into that conversation that I ask every man that comes up on my panel. Are you okay with answering a couple questions?
Sure, can I ask you a couple questions after that?
Sure. Where is a woman's uvula?
Her uvula?
Yep. Huh?
In her throat?
In her throat. Great job. How many holes does a woman have below her belly button?
4.
3. Where's the fourth one? What?
Her cervix entrance is a hole. That's the fourth
Her
one.
cervix entrance is inside of her body, sir.
Yep, and it's below the belly button.
So hold on, if we're talking about holes below the belly button that are inside the body, wouldn't the exit of the stomach and also the small and large intestines be counted because they would be under the belly button?
Yep, there would be orifices. Yep.
So you would still be wrong with 4 then. There'd be more.
So we're both wrong? Perfect. Okay, what's the next one?
So we're just going to be facetious in this conversation? Is that where we're going?
Yeah, I'll be facetious and ask stupid questions. So.
When I ask stupid questions. All right, what are your questions? Let's see how smart your questions are.
Yeah, well, okay, I have 2. We'll just start with the first one. The first one would just be, what is responsible for the production of FSH hormone?
Sir, what would be responsible for the production of what hormone?
FSH hormone.
FSH, so like Frank, Snake, Hank?
So you don't know. Okay, so you don't know. Okay, and then do you have a justification
I
for
can't
abortion?
hear you. Okay. Auroras, I don't hear what you're saying, so I'm asking, are the right letters correct?
FSH.
So Frank, Snake, Hank, right?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? F is in Frank?
Yep.
S is in Snake?
Yep.
H is in Hank.
Yep.
So the FSH hormone is actually, it's from the brain. You're talking about the follicle stimulating hormone, correct? And that's both men and women produce that.
So you didn't know that? Okay, great.
What do you mean I didn't know that? I just gave you what it is.
Because you read it. I saw you type it out.
No, so I work from home, sir. I have some capitalism
Yeah,
to do. I have my emails. You saw me type in my emails, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I have emails.
Type it every time.
Do I have to respond to chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys watch me respond to emails almost every single day.
Now, do you have a justification for abortion? What's the second question?
What do you? I don't need a justification for abortion. Women have a right to bodily autonomy.
That is okay. So that would be.
Can you figure out what's making you sound like you're in a fishbowl every time you go to start a sentence? Because it's really hard to hear you, man.
I sound like I'm in a fishbowl.
Well, every time you start a sentence, it's like a bubble pops. It's weird. You sound like you're in a fishbowl.
I'm just on headphones, so when you interrupt,
can you take your headphones out and just take us off of Bluetooth?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think that might help a lot.
Can you hear me?
Holy shit, you sound way better. I don't know what type of headphones you have, brother, but they are not doing you justice.
Okay. Do you have a justification for abortion?
I don't think abortion needs a justification. Women should have bodily autonomy, period, and it should be between them and their doctors.
That entails a contradiction.
How does that entail a contradiction? What contradiction does that entail?
Yeah, you said women don't need to justify abortion, and then you used a justification for abortion, which was bodily autonomy.
No, here's the thing. Bodily autonomy is not a justification. Right? Because if it literally isn't. Because if it was, you having bodily autonomy would justify something about you having bodily autonomy, and it doesn't. You just have a right to your body, and nobody can tell you when and where or what to do with it, right? So bodily autonomy. So if you can exist with bodily autonomy, does your bodily autonomy justify anything that happens to you?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, people can't grade me.
Huh?
People can't grape me?
So people shouldn't rape you to begin with. That's a crime, right? So that's another person violently... So hold on, stop. That's another person violently disregarding your bodily autonomy, but that is not a justification for why you have bodily autonomy. What is the justification for why you have bodily autonomy?
Oh, it's just an inalienable right.
Right. So we also have an inalienable right to our bodily autonomy. Therefore, it is not a justification, because if you have it, so do we.
No, the justification is bodily autonomy justifies abortion. That's the justification for abortion.
No, it's not a justification when we alienably just have bodily autonomy. That's not a justification.
What do you think a justification is?
All right. Have a great day. The wild work. So it's justified that women have bodily autonomy because they need it for X, Y, and Z, but it's not justifiable because men just have bodily autonomy. It's an inalienable right. Shut the fuck up, Feel Bro. The Feel Bro fatigue is so real. Hi, Shorn.
Hey. Oh, my picture's not. My picture's normal here. Do you see my new picture?
No, I
Or is
don't.
it my? Dang it! It's gonna take a while for the CDN servers to cache everything. I changed my photo to. If you go to my profile, you'll probably see it.
I'm going right now.
Someone paid Jess50 to change my PFP for the next 24 hours.
To what?
And, it's just something that makes me look like I'm a troll account for sure.
Oh my god, hold on. I can't find your account for some reason. On my TikTok. So I have to I've got to click on your name so I can see your username. There you are. Okay, one word. That's where I'm fucking up. I knew it was Shorn of the Dead, but I was like, why is it not popping up? Oh my god.
You might
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You're canceled. Is that your face?
No, Jess just found that picture and said, "This is what we're giving you if somebody gives me 5-0." And Knowledge said, "Bet."
This is why you're a mid, Dad. Love you.
Take it easy.
Great day. I hate it. I hate it. Wild work. All right, chat. Let's continue tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. I'm probably going to make a bagel, I think. Oh my god, it's already noon. It's already lunchtime, so I guess... Never mind. It got the 50 donations, so, I mean, if it worked, it worked. Disco DMs. All right, chat. Let's make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. Stop. Donald Trump has tweeted. Surprisingly, the Supreme Court declined to review a fake case brought against me by a woman I never met. Decades-old celebrity photo line standing with her husband does not count. I will continue the fight against the weaponization and lawfare case against me, including the ridiculous claim of defamation, with all of my power and strength. This case is really against the United States of America and all it stands for, and should never be allowed to happen to another president or candidate to be. New York State created a law for an instant speck of time going back many decades in order to wrongfully nab me. It was tailor-made, and this injustice cannot be allowed to stand. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. He is something else. Something else. Let's see. He also tweeted, in light of the tremendous loss in the Supreme Court today concerning voters' rights and the fact that people's votes are allowed to be counted long after an election is over, it is more important than ever to pass the Save America Act, which is 1. All voters must show photo ID identification. 2. All voters must show proof of citizenship. 3. No mail-in ballots, except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel. There is no excuse for a politician or otherwise to be against the above 3 requirements. There is only one reason to oppose: cheating. The House of Representatives has approved this vital act 3 times. The United States Senate seems unable to do so. In a time when there is a powerful communist movement taking place in our country, one more dangerous than World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, or September 11th, all Democrats, and our 5 Republican Senate holdouts, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, Tom Tillis, Bill Cassidy, and Mitch McConnell, must vote to save our country. There can be no more excuses. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Without the B. What are we doing? What are we doing? Jim, where's my money? Jimothy. Where's my money, Jimothy? Where's my money? Jimothy, if you send this money, it gets me off the internet literally right now for the entire day. Did you know that, Jim? If you send the money that you owe me, I disappear from the internet and your FYP for the day. Oh. Yes, B. Donald without the B. I invented it. Democrats. Nobody even knew dumb had to be in it until I came along. Nobody knew. How would they know? How would they know? Jimothy, run me my money, Jim. Oh, Minerva, this is just my daily goal. This just helps me, so I am a stay-at-home mom because my son is too young for school right now. He goes to Head Start, but that doesn't start until August. And my husband goes out of town Monday through Friday for work, and so, there are very specific hours in which I could work, and it makes it really hard for me to find a job. So I stay at home with him for right now until I can find more remote work. And this daily goal just helps me do things like put some food on the table, pay a couple bills, and relieve my husband from having to take on all of it. And it's just my daily goal for the day. It's a little higher than normal. We normally only raise $100 for the day, but that's because I didn't raise my complete goal yesterday. So, Head Start is absolutely the best. Absolutely the best. Guys, I want everyone to follow Jim. I'm going to follow Jim. I want everyone to follow Jim. So that way, every time we see Jim go live, we can go into the live and ask him where my money is. Every time we see Jim anywhere, we can just remind him to pay me my money. Because Jim does go live sometimes. He does join panels, just not mine. He just talks shit about me in the chat. No way I have Jim blocked. Thank you, Cynthia. My cat will not leave me alone. You're driving me nuts. You're making me sneezy. You're making my face itchy. I love my cat, but she needs to chill out. I can ask Jim's cousin for it. She's the one in the profile picture with him. Oh, yeah. That's her cousin, for sure. Like, definitely husband material. All right, guys. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. You are the Tarjay audience. I'm gonna invite Jim. Let's see if Jim comes up. Jim. Holy shit, Jim. Jim, I'm shook.
Why are you shook?
Because you never come up, Jim.
I forgot what I owe you money for. I forget now. I really have a bad memory.
Oh, here, I got you. I saved it. So you told me verbatim that you didn't leave a comment on my husband's video. And then I found the comment. And you were like, I'll give you $100 right now if you prove it. And I proved that you left this comment on my husband's video, August 26th of 2025. So now you owe me $100.
I left a comment on your husband's video?
Yeah, see up here? That's my husband. That's my husband.
I don't even know.
And this is you. This is your comment.
Pretty hours. Who is the
proverbial pants in your relationship? That's you. That's your profile picture. That's you.
I don't see the profile. That could be any Jim.
Here, look. You see the profile picture right there? I'll go to the video right now.
Okay.
Here, I'll do it in real time. Look, Jim, watch. Here, I'm gonna go to my husband's page.
I'm listening.
Here, watch.
I'm listening.
So look, this is my husband's page.
Emma,
Hi, Emma's husband.
Why do you keep saying that that's my cousin in the profile pic?
Because we all know she didn't marry you consensually, and I'm not gonna acknowledge your wife. I'm not gonna acknowledge your wife until you grab me my money.
That's my daughter.
Well, okay, great. I'm so sorry that that's your daughter, that she has to live with somebody like you. So, Jim, there's your comment. There's your profile.
She doesn't live with me because she's married.
Jim,
that's how dumb you are.
Jim, look, I'm about to click on it. So this is the comment right here. If I click on this profile, who's that, Jim?
Okay. So
Who's
where's
that,
the
Jim?
proof that I said I didn't leave a comment on your husband's video? Where is the proof of that?
Oh, here, I got you, Jim. This is perfect. I can look up the comments on my lives. We can do this in real time. Here,
Okay,
Jim.
I'm waiting in real time.
This is so funny, guys. I'm so excited.
Are you okay with like if I pay you like in like donuts or something like that, or
No,
donuts
I
or McDonald's?
don't like donuts. I would prefer just cash money. Because I don't like donuts. And I don't eat McDonald's. So like cash money is good. You could just send it directly to one of the link trees in my bio.
So I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Yeah, just click on the link tree in my bio and like send it there.
No, I'm waiting for you to prove that I said that.
Oh yeah, give me just a second here. I gotta find the live. Shoot.
Okay.
I gotta get into my live studio.
Well, while you're doing that, can we talk about? I was going to ask you. I had a question about because I noticed you don't talk about it anymore. The Austin Metcalf and the Carmelo.
I've never talked
incident.
about it. I've never talked about that. That's not something I talk about.
Well, no, you see, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Nope, I talked about it one time. I talked about it one time.
Okay, no, you
Yes.
talked about more one time.
Nope.
You cannot sit here and say.
Prove it, Jim.
Yeah, Emma. Yes, you did.
Prove it, Jim, because these lives
Emma,
are on YouTube.
you have
These lives are Jim. These lives are on YouTube. Prove it.
Just one time. Okay.
Prove it.
So what is so the one time that you talked about it, you were standing behind Carmelo Anthony.
Nope.
And you said he did it in self-defense. Yeah.
That's not at all what happened.
Are you serious right now?
So hold on, Jim. I said that
I'm waiting.
I said I think the trial that he went through was unfair because there were no black jurors on the jury whatsoever. I said that I think everybody in this situation was wrong. I think Austin and Hunter Metcalf were wrong for approaching Carmelo to begin with and trying to tell him when and where to be when they should have just went and got an adult. And I think Carmelo was wrong for his reaction in the fight because I don't think a weapon should have been brandished at all. I said everybody in this situation was wrong, and now it's just really sad because one kid lost his life and the other kid is now facing 30 years in jail. It's sad for everybody.
Yes, but why does it always have to be a left or right side? Why does it seem like
I didn't say it was a left or right
liberal
side.
or no? It 100% is. And you're trying to stand on the fence by saying that both parties are wrong. So he was wrong. Austin Metcalf was wrong, so he deserved to die for that.
That's not what I
you're
said.
saying.
Nope, not at all. I said, in fact,
Okay, well
he
then-
shouldn't have died. I actually said, in fact, he shouldn't have died.
Okay, but why is it that for the most part across the board it's a Democrat or Republican thing where most Republicans stand
Jim.
behind Austin Metcalf and most Democrats, liberals, stand behind Carmelo Anthony?
Jim, in this conversation
that?
right now, in this conversation that we're having right now, who is bringing up Republicans and Democrats?
I am, because that's at face value.
You
That's
are,
what's
but
there.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not, so you are. So why are you making this a left or a right thing? And why can you not recognize that all of the boys involved in this situation were children and they all got fucked in some way in this situation? Carmelo Anthony now
Austin
has to
Metcalf
pay.
was not wrong.
He was, though. He should have
He
went
was
and
not
gotten an
wrong.
adult. He should have went and gotten an adult. The tent did not belong to him. He should have went and got an adult, period. He should have never put his hands on another person,
That's easy
period.
to say. Okay, so
What do you
moving
mean
on.
it's easy to say?
Let's
Just
move-
go get a grown-up. Just go get a grown-up and ask the grown-up to remove the student who doesn't go to that school from the tent. That's
Okay,
not, it's
so
not a
anyway,
hard thing to say. Don't put your hands on people.
What do you think about? I don't want to ask you about that because you probably don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about it's all men. What do you got here? All men till it's no men. Abortion is health care. Gun reform is necessary. What do you stand for? 10 years from now. So it's all men till it's no men. Okay, so it's all men till it's no men. So I'm a good guy. I have 3 daughters. They all got married, right? I walked them down the aisle. So it's all men till. So you're saying that if someone came up to me in the street and didn't know my background, they're gonna say, "Oh well, I hate him because he's a man." He's
Nope.
right. I don't trust him. Well, no, I don't trust him until what? What do I have to do to prove that I'm a good person that's of the male persuasion?
Help
What do I
us
have to do?
dismantle the patriarchy and hold bad men accountable for their bad behaviors. That's it. Easy peasy.
Okay, well, so how do people know? How do people know if I do or don't do that?
Because eventually, if you do that, if you partake in this movement and more good men like you partake in this movement, women will have equity, real equality in this country, and they will have safe spaces. And then we won't have to worry about it anymore. It's all men till it's no men, just goes away.
Well, most women do have a safe space, and it's in their home. I'm not saying all women, but
Not
most women do.
even that's not even true. How many women are victims of partner violence?
I don't know what the stat. I couldn't tell you. What is it?
Right. So I just had this stat up just a minute ago. How many women are victims of intimate partner violence?
Are you talking like domestic type violence?
More than 1 in 3 women in the U.S., nearly 43.5 million, have experienced physical violence, sexual violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in their lifetime, which means they are not safe in their own homes. Almost like 1 in 3 women have experienced
Okay,
this.
so would you agree that a lot of that could be taken care of before they get married to them or before they move in with them? Like you can tell. Like
Okay,
my
nope,
daughter.
that's wildly not true, Jim. That's wildly not true. My
I'm
ex-husband.
talking from
My
Oh,
ex-husband.
no, I know.
My
Go ahead.
ex-husband was a perfect husband. He did everything I needed him to do as a husband. He was great. And then we got pregnant and he started beating me for 2 years. Why are we blaming the victim for the violence of men?
No, I'm not blaming them. I'm telling you. I'm saying from a father-in-law perspective, I can tell if one of my son-in-laws is going to be by
How do
being
you
around
tell?
them for the 3 or 4 by being around them and their mental state for 3 or 4 years before they marry my daughter. I don't give my daughter away to someone who I think is going to be mentally unstable
So
or who
you
could.
spend all day every day with them?
No, but there's signs. There's obviously
Like what?
signs
What
of when.
signs?
Well, a black eye,
Nope,
bruises.
I didn't have any bruises that weren't underneath my that were physically outside of my clothes. I didn't have any.
Okay, so what? So you're telling me that your first sign of your husband, I guess I don't know the language. Your husband being a bad person was 2 years into your marriage. That was the first sign you had. Was 2 years into your marriage when you got pregnant, and
We
so
got
then
pregnant.
so then what did you do?
We got pregnant. We celebrated that pregnancy. Shortly after we found out I was pregnant, we got into an argument and I was crying and he called me a stupid bitch. And I said, your dad would be really disappointed in the way you're talking to me right now. And he grabbed me by my shoulders and headbutted me across the room.
So what happened after that?
He continued to beat me for 2 years. What do you mean? What happened?
No,
after
I'm
that?
saying what did you do? Did you talk to his dad?
His dad's
Call the
dead.
police? What happened?
His dad is dead.
Oh, okay.
So.
So you filed a police report, right?
Nope, I did not.
So why didn't you file a police report?
Because I didn't want to be a statistic.
Okay, so now we're going into an area where
How
it's
about we're
never
not going
okay
into
to
this?
be.
How about we're not going into this area at all? How about you stop victim blaming me, and you
I'm not
start
victim
holding?
blaming
You
you.
are. You are. How about you
I
hold
don't
the
know your
man
story.
accountable? How about you then stop
I
trying
don't.
to learn it?
I do.
Stop
If
trying
that
to
was
pressure.
my son-in-law,
Jim,
he probably would.
Jim, stop. Stop it right now. What you're doing, you literally said to me, and what did you do? You literally said the words verbatim to me, and what did you do? I'm not in the business of sharing my trauma on the internet. You guys know the basis of the story of what I went through my entire pregnancy, and that is what I choose to share, and it is not what you get to question. Jim, that is not at all your lane in anything. I don't know you like that. You don't know me like that. Right? And saying that you can just tell is dangerous when in reality, what you should be doing is just holding men accountable for their bad behaviors instead of trying to find a way how this could yet again just be a woman's fault. Right? Stop doing that. So that was the 27th at 6:50. I'm trying to find this comment from Jim, but I can't remember what date it was, so I have to go through my lives one by one. But Jim, I'm gonna
This will
find
take
it.
you a long time.
So Jim, when I find it, are you
Take
gonna
a-
run me? So Jim, when I find it, are you gonna run me my money?
What do I owe you? What was the
$100.
that?
You said
$100?
Yeah, you said I'll give you right here. You said I'll give you $100 right now if I could prove that you left a comment on my husband's video, and I'm gonna show
Yeah, so
you.
it should be easy to prove.
Right, so
It
I'm
should be
looking
easy
for
to prove. You should have it right there.
I have. I'm looking through my comments right now, Jim. I got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
When
So
I find
for
it,
you,
Jim.
it's all about.
Jim, when I find it, are you gonna send me $100?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure that's recorded. Okay.
Yep. It should be pretty easy to find because this $100 seems to make a big deal to you. So it seems to make a really big
Seems to make a
impact in
big
your
deal
life.
to you. Well, no, I just think you should be held accountable for the things that you say. You
I
said I'll give
am,
you
and
$100
I'm
right
waiting.
now. And you were literally live when all of like you were in the live when all of this happened and didn't run me my money, and now you're saying you're waiting. So I'm gonna find you this comment, and then you're gonna go to the link tree in my bio. Which pay app will you be using so I know where to look?
What did you just say?
Which pay app will you be using so I know where to keep an eye out?
CA.
CA. Okay, just want to make sure. So give me just a second here. We're gonna find it. I just can't remember the date that this happened. This was the other night that this happened. So that's June 27th at 8:19. Was that this one? Yep, that's that one. So here. Let's look at June 26th. Does anyone in the chat remember which date this was? I know it was last week. I just can't remember
now
which
you
date
gotta
it
ask the
was.
chat. Holy cow!
What?
So first
Remind
you
me of
rip
the
on
date?
first you make fun of my daughter, saying it's my cousin.
I didn't make fun of your daughter.
So
I didn't know it was your cousin.
yeah, you did. You said
I didn't know it was your daughter.
you said it was cousin. Said cousin.
Yeah, well, because I thought it was your wife.
Type.
I thought it was your wife, and I thought she married her cousin. So I called her.
The girl in the picture is obviously 20-some years younger than I am.
I don't know how old she is. I don't care how old she is. What do you mean? You think I could tell how old she is from a picture?
Yeah, a lot of people can tell how old someone is from a picture. Yeah, it's not that hard.
That's weird. It's a weird thing to say.
What would you find?
Here, look. Okay, so hold on. Let's test the logic here, right here. Let me see. I don't want to click on someone's random profile. Oh. Good call, Shishka. I did take a screenshot on the day that it happened. And my screenshot would have the date, wouldn't it? Let's see. Is it this one? Nope. 6/23/2026. Perfect job, Shishka. Can we get some W's in the chat for Shishka? So the 23rd. Here we go, Jim. Are you still here? Did you run away, Jim? Because Jim's about to get ate up. Hold on, guys. Jim, come back. Give me just a second, perchance, to find this, and then I will let you up. Here we go, Jim. Here we fucking go. Wow, Jim. Hold on. Somebody invite Jim back up. Somebody invite Jim back up while I get this screenshot ready. Jimothy, I'm going to need you to come back up here, Jimothy. You have some splaining to do, Jimothy. Oh, Jimothy. So here's the comment chat, just so everybody knows, right? Now let's go here. Let's add this image in here. These are all of his comments on the date in question. These are all of them. So Jim says, let's start. I never commented on your husband's comment. 100% lie. I'll give you $100 right now. Prove it. Jimothy, run me my money. Wild work. Hi, perchance. Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Beautiful. What state are you from?
Tennessee?
And did you vote for Donald Trump?
No. Well, actually, well, I mean, which election? Are you talking about 2020? Oh,
2024 election, the latest election?
2024. I voted for Donald Trump. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I have some subjects over here to the side, or we can talk about current events. What
Yeah.
subjects are
Can we talk
fancy?
about the abortion one?
Sure. Can I ask you a couple questions first?
Sure.
Where is a woman's uvula?
Yeah, in the back of her mouth.
Okay, cool. How many holes does a woman have below her belly button?
3.
Great. And so there are two groups of people in the world, right? One is the people who get people pregnant. The other are the people who get pregnant. One group of people uses contraceptive and birth control 30% of the time to prevent a pregnancy. The other uses contraceptive and birth control 80% of the time. There's no wrong
Wait,
answers here. Both solutions will end abortion. Which one should we write legislation against? The 30% or the 80%?
Yeah, I mean, with respect to abortion, I take that the action is wrong. So, I mean, I want to legislate that, but
Hold on. I'm going to end abortions. Abortions will not have to happen anymore if you just answer the question. Should we write legislation? The action that you're talking about that you think is wrong will never have to happen again. But you have to answer the question. Should we legislate against the responsible 80% or the irresponsible 30%?
well, the framing is off, but
not.
I'll take the 80%, sure. But also, I do have a question for you. Do you know what effacement is?
A what? Effacement?
Yeah, do you know what effacement? You asked me some questions at the beginning. I'm wondering if you know what effacement is.
Like effacement in pregnancy, like when they say like you're 80% effaced? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah, what does that mean?
So it means you're almost ready to labor. It's when your
No,
cervix and
no,
your
it's
uterine lining.
it's the thinning. It's the thinning of the cervix.
I literally was just
You
saying
know-
when you're it's literally.
Do you know what HCG
Okay.
stands for?
Stop, because had you not cut me off, I literally was just saying it's where the cervix and the uterine lining are thinning out for you to be able to go into labor.
Do you know what HCG stands for?
Oh my god. Come on, I'm so tired of field dorks. Like, so I'm so tired of it. Absolutely not. That's so wild. He said the 80%. Let's legislate against the responsible party. I'm so over it. The men are menning again. He Googled some pregnancy terms and came up to ask questions. Sure did. He sure did. All right, guys. Guys, I'm about to get off here because I got my sander. I got a whole project I could be doing right now because, like, what are we doing? We've been live for 1 hour and 47 minutes and we're only at 51,000 taps. We've only hit $53 of this goal. We're not even halfway through the goal. And given we've had some pretty decent conversations today, which is why I think you guys aren't into it today because it's not the blood sport, and that's fine. But I got a whole project I could be doing. Instead of sitting here dealing with field works, having people tell me I should self-unalive and that I'm fat. Like, there's so much more I could be doing, guys. You know what I mean? Help a girl out. So put a 1 in the chat if we should hit one more reset and you guys are going to put in the work to put us on the FYP and work on this goal, or put a 2 in the chat if we should just end for the day and I'll go work on my side project. There are a lot of 1s. The American shape says work out instead. B says 2. Get off of here. That's hilarious. Mandy says 2. I love you guys. W. Jimothy for finishing out the daily goal. Nope, Jimothy did not send the CA. That's the problem. Jimothy could totally finish out the goal right now, but he won't. All right, guys, we'll hit one more reset. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. We'll hit one more reset. YouTube and Twitch, you guys aren't going anywhere, so just hang out where you are. We'll hit one more reset, and you guys have to put in the work, and we're going to clear out this goal. Alrighty? All right, and break. All right, chat. And we're back. So, let's reset over on the tickety-tockety. And we'll be ready to go. All right. Do. Whoa. That wasn't supposed to have any sound. All right, guys, let's power tap that screen, share that live. So that way we can get to the algorithm. Look at how cute my little Nito is. Oh, I've got my Mind Your Business box up. Look at how cute my little cube is. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be a little bit tougher. Like, I thought it was going to have a little more resistance. I don't know. I want to play with the dumpling, but, like, why does it smell like nail polish? Like, it literally smells like paint remover. I don't think that's normal. Warning, this is not food. Please do not eat. What? I don't know. It smells so bad. Why is my printer going off? Hello? What are you printing? My printer is just doing weird stuff, chat. Don't know what's happening. All right, guys, if you're a Trump supporter, request up. You are the target audience. If not, please continue tapping the screen, power tapping the screen, sharing the live, hitting the rose gold, doing all the good things that are going to get us pushed into the algorithm. Let's friggin' go. Hi, Professor Pat. See, like, so my Nito doesn't smell like anything. Well, the hand sanitizer I had on. But, like, these dumplings that I got, like, smell like straight paint thinner. I'm gonna have to put that in the whatnot review. Can I just live under a rock at this point? Girl, I wish. Unfortunately, no. B says, we gotta have at least one B joke for the day. When seaweed knows how to dance to music. Algae rhythm? If you took a screenshot. Yep, okay. So I already read that one. My kids had a meltdown. Did he pay you the money he owed you? Sure didn't, Darth. He actually ran away. He ran away before I was able to provide this screenshot right here of the proof that he, in fact, said it. So there's Jim. There's his picture, right? Here are all of his comments. He says, I never commented on your husband's comment. 100% lie. I'll give you $100 right now. Prove it. But he ran away. Maybe we'll get lucky since we hit a reset and Jim will come back to pay me my money. Pay me my money, Jimothy! And guys, I'm serious. Follow him around the app. Just tell him to pay me my money. I'll get you taken care of, Minerva. As soon as I'm done on live. Give me a few. All right, guys. Let's make sure we're tippity tapping the screen. We're sharing the live. We're doing all of the good things. We're cycling through this rose gold to get us on the FYP. We're doing the dollar and change train for change to knock out this daily goal. Let's freaking go. No worries, same name. Got you, babe. So let's freaking go, chat. Let's do all of the good things so we can have some good conversations. I am obsessed. I love this, guys. Guys, I just want everyone to buy me squishies, okay? I didn't know squishies could bring so much joy. This just makes me feel really good. Like, this just makes me feel really good. I love it. And with how soft it feels, I understand why Jax wanted to put this in his mouth. I have self-control, you know? I make bone jewelry and other random shit. That sounds cool as fuck, Minerva. Hold on. Wait. Like, that sounds really neat. All right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Tap the screen, share the live. It looks like we may have somebody in the box. Let's find out. Hi, Kieran. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
I'm 19.
And what state?
New York.
Beautiful. So I have some subjects to decide. Or we could talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Current events.
Sure. What would you like to discuss?
I was just wanting to talk about prompt number 1.
It's all men till it's no men? Okay, so what is your understanding of it's
Yeah.
all men until it's no men?
I agree, but it's never going to be no men. It's going to keep climbing, right? So there's always going to be.
What's going to keep climbing? What is your understanding of it's all men till it's no men?
That it could be anyone.
Well, it's not just that. So like, so this is what's funny, right? Is you guys like, you see these things, you maybe listen to somebody say something about it one time and then you like scroll on and then you suddenly are like, this is the thing you want to talk about, right? So it's all men until it's no men is an entire movement. And that entire movement is based in data that says the number one perpetrators of violence in this world are men. Whether that be violence against men or violence against women. The way that I like to explain this is I use the Skittle theory. So you and me, Kieran, we're going to a house party. And it's a potluck, right? You're bringing something savory. I'm going to bring something sweet. So I have a giant bowl of Skittles. And I pull you aside before this party and I go, hey, Kieran, I put one poison Skittle in this bowl. Are you going to eat any of the Skittles that night?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's the idea. That's
right.
But
so
the problem, the problem is, if
the problem is men like you don't want to stand up against bad men and call them out for being bad men. You don't want to dismantle the patriarchy.
Men. They're not men. Don't you understand that? They're not men. Okay,
what,
they're not.
Hello?
They're not men.
Yeah,
right,
they
so
are men.
It's no. Well, they look like men, right?
Well, whoa. Okay,
like
hold on. Stop, Kieran. You're trying to go down this weird path to say that trans men are committing all of the violence against women, which is wildly untrue. So trans men are included in it's all men until it's no men because trans men are men. But they're not included in the way that you think they are. Trans men are actually survivors of the most violence by other men. So what do you mean? Who's not men then? Who's not men then, Kieran?
I'm talking about the people that they look like men. And they sound
so
like
what
men.
Are they?
Used to be like,
so what are
I don't
they?
know. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. But
Kieran, according to you, you voted for one of these men that aren't men because he was found civilly liable of forcibly and deliberately penetrating a woman against her will.
I didn't vote for him.
So what is Donald Trump?
I support him because he's taking.
So you support a rapist. You support a man that, according to your logic, is not a man.
Away.
He's a rapist.
He's taking people away. So some of them will be some people.
He's
some
a
of them are
rapist.
Not.
Kieran, do you recognize the fact that Donald Trump is a rapist?
Yes.
And you're okay with that because he's taking some people away.
They're not people. I don't think they're some kind. I don't know. It could be anyone. That's the problem. It's just the problem.
Kieran, I'm just gonna make an executive decision here because you keep trying to like hint that people aren't people, and I don't know what you're trying to do here. I don't know if you're trying to villainize a specific group of people, or if you're just saying that like these people are not actual human beings and are something else like lizard persons. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. So I'm just gonna make an executive decision here and just be like, no. Like I don't know what you mean, bro. I'm very confused. Maester Hobbit says the cow is mad as I sit over here and laugh because I was confused on if Kieran was talking about aliens or humans. Right? Because Kieran was like, those men who assault women aren't men. And I was like, what are they? And he was like, I don't know. And then so I thought he was trying to talk about trans people. But he just says they're not men. He doesn't know what they are. So are we talking about, like, lizard people? Like, what do you mean? Right? Because then he's like, well, yeah, Donald Trump's a rapist. He's not a man. And I'm like, what is he? And he's like, I don't know. But he's getting rid of people who aren't people. So what are they? I don't know. What? Are we talking about lizard people, Kieran? Kieran, can you answer some clarifying questions in the chat? Are we talking about you don't think these human beings are human beings? You think they're something other than human? I just need, like, some clarification here. Are you like the girl on the plane who's like, those motherfuckers aren't real? Does everybody remember that? Maester Hobbit says, eat a donut and it'll be okay. I don't like donuts. Why does everyone just assume I like donuts? That's so weird. I don't even like donuts. But you know what I am really excited about? My husband's home. Donuts are not great unless they are cider donuts. Donuts are not great at all. Leave Jax's mom alone. I'm pitting this comment. Simpson says every one condition is crazy. All right, guys, let's make sure we're tapping the screen. You guys are killing it on the likes. We're at 11,000 likes. We've been live for 10 minutes. So far, you guys are killing it on the likes and the shares. Let's fucking keep going. Keep power tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Let's cycle through this rose gold and get on the FYP one more time. Let's fucking do this, guys. You guys got this. Also, make sure you're going to the link tree in my bio and you're donating $1 and change for the dollar and change train for change. Emma, can you please tell my anxiety attack to go away? Go away, anxiety attack. Be better. Do better. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes anxiety. Go away. I hope that helped, Blake. 69 caller says, well, for the person who says weighs 163, you must really like donuts. I actually don't like donuts at all. I don't eat them. So, for example, I'm about to make some lunch, and I'm going to have a turkey sandwich on sourdough bread with a little bit of light mayo and some cheese, mostly lettuce and spinach, because, like, they're fucking delicious, and spinach helps my iron. And then we are going to have some baby carrots with that for lunch. And then tonight we are going to have sheet pan chicken with some broccoli and some baby carrots as well, because I love carrots. And yeah, that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Oh, I should have bought spicy mayo, Brooke. What have I done? I could put sriracha on it. What about sour donuts? No, thank you. But do you know what a hippocampus is without Googling? That's a funny question. I remember learning about the hippocampus. I believe it's part of your brain. I learned about it in school at one point, but I don't think I remember correctly. So I'm just gonna say no and then Google it. Hippocampus. Seahorse shaped. Oh, is it really? That's cute. Hippocampus is a complex seahorse-shaped brain structure located deep within the temporal lobe that plays a vital role in memory consolidation, learning, and spatial navigation. Well, at least I remember that it was in the brain. I've always felt like it was like a funny word. Hippocampus. And body doubling and finally got a load of laundry done. Next one to the dryer, making 2 loads clean. W. Jamie. Trump claims to weigh 215. We all know he's 325. Dude, fresh spinach leaves, so good. Spinach out of a can, however, absolutely not. Not doing that. All right, guys, let's tippity tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Let's freaking go. We're going to get people in here eventually to have a conversation with. BRB chat. All right, sorry, chat. I put together my little sandwich real quick. I'm just gonna keep the mind your business box up while I eat. But yeah, guys, tap the screen, share the live. Did you see Alabama rule for women and girls who have medical? No, what? Send that to me, Shishka. Demented brain is really weighing on him these days, dude. The way that Macron had to lead him across the stage was really funny. Lucy Lou, I think you should stop worrying about how people want to live their lives and just let them live their lives. You know what I mean? Like, just let them live their lives the way that they see fit. They have to take... Oh my god. Alabama is one of the strictest conditions in the nation for medical marijuana, requiring monthly pregnancy tests at a doctor's office for certain patients. For women between the ages of 11 to 50, the state requires pregnancy tests every 30 days to keep their registration current unless they can show proof that they've had surgery that prevents having children. Wow. That's kind of insane. Good afternoon, Moose. $11 to $50 is wild. I forgot to grab a bottle of water. Be right back. Where are the Trump supporters at today, guys? Where are they? Let me check the MAGA hunting group. Whoop. Yeah, guys, keep tapping the screen. You guys are doing great. We've been live again for 18 minutes. You guys are at 18,000 taps. You guys are doing a great job. We're going to cycle through. I'm going to cycle through these lives on my backup real quick, see if we can find one to go into. I think I may have found one, chat. Let's see what these guys are saying real quick. To listen in while I eat my lunch, and then we'll see if we could get in there.
You asked the question, what is the only actual effective form of contraceptive?
Ooh, I know this one.
I
know this.
Well, hold on. I'm asking Jasmine. It's a common sense question. What is the actual only effective form of contraceptive?
Isn't it condoms?
It is
No,
not
dummy,
having
it's
sex.
abstinence.
Abstinence isn't contraception, guys.
Not having sex.
What? Abstinence is not contraception.
When you're having a kid, don't spread your legs.
Okay, so what about the children, or not the children? What about the people that didn't want to have sex?
A contraceptive is any medicine, device, or surgical procedure that is used to prevent pregnancy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are making these logical, hypothetical stuff, so I'm gonna make one.
If
you didn't want to have a baby, then that's your problem.
Wild
You
work,
shouldn't be
guys.
fucking. End of fucking story.
What?
Okay, so if you get cancer because you smoke cigarettes, you shouldn't be able to go through chemo.
You can, as long as you have insurance and you have the funds to back it up. It's your choice.
I mean, you can with an abortion too.
Okay, so
Angelita, go ahead, give
halfway.
Angelita my spot.
Not in Texas.
So you think that the federal government should not fund abortions, right?
Renee.
Or ABs, or however we have to say
Nope.
it?
Nope. What just
Yeah.
happened?
No. Bring Renee back up. Give Angelita and Renee my spot.
I can drop if you need me to.
I'm only
No,
up here
this
for
is
about
gonna be
30
funny.
seconds.
This is gonna be amazing.
I'm only up here for a few more seconds, so don't leave. I'm not gonna call you daddy, but
But down here, Jasmine, down here in Texas, abortion is off the table. We cannot get an abortion AB anymore.
And you don't think that's everybody? Hang on.
You gotta look
Mute
into
it
the
up.
actual
Mute
Texas
it
law.
up. Casey.
Hello, I'm trying to
Mute
speak
it.
here.
And I
So
said,
when
hold
it
up.
comes,
Angelina, go ahead.
okay, sorry, Cece.
What the fuck?
So when it comes to the abortion laws in Texas, actually, you can get it for medical reasons, I believe. I would have to look at the Texas law.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that why
life of
Nevaeh
mother or
Crane
child.
died?
It's life of mother or child, but that's it.
Okay, Ann.
And that's
What's wrong
all
with
I'm
that?
saying. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's the life of a mother or child, that's understandable. But if you're just gonna go have an AB because you decide to have unprotected sex, hell no. That's
Wait,
your
so
problem,
who's the
not
pro-choicer
mine.
here? I'm confused.
No, I'm a pro-choicer. So do you think that women are just having abortions just to have them?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Some are.
Yes.
They do.
No. Do you
95
understand
to
that
98% they do.
when you have an economy that's so high and you have all this stuff that ruins the mother's health, it doesn't even have to even be over like diagnosis or anything. A lot of stuff happens when you give birth to a child.
Okay,
Why
a lot of
should
stuff happens when you
woman
have an
risk
abortion
herself for
too.
that?
So there's women that actually unalive from abortions. So what are you getting at?
What do you say that again?
There's a lot of women that unalive from abortions. So where are you coming from with this?
Okay, but every woman's different. Again, it's what the woman wants to decide
true.
to inside her
Every
body.
woman is different, just like every birth is different. So what's your argument?
That women should be able to
Let's
decide
go
what they
look
want
over
in their
the.
body. I mean,
Absolutely,
I don't
women
wanna have
should
a child. I
decide.
don't care. I'm not gonna have it.
And who
decides- some women
if you
need
don't
to
want a
see-
child, don't open your legs and
Some
Okay, so what if I
I hate
didn't
this
open my
argument so
legs
much.
and I was forced? Again, we're gonna.
All right, we're gonna take a pause from that real quick so we can look this up. I don't want to.
Ah!
Hi, Burb. I don't want to read with a subscription. What the fuck? Okay. Paywall remover. Here we come. Burb, why are we yelling?
I like to just kick in the door sometimes. You know this about me.
I wanted to just kick in the door. Valid. Okay. Just let me have it. Okay, here we go. If we scroll down to Texas, we're in the L's, South Dakota, Texas. Texas trigger law went into effect on August 25th, putting in place new criminal penalties for abortion, offering an exception only for certain health emergencies. The state additionally has a civil enforcement law authorizing private citizens to bring lawsuits against alleged violators in state court for abortions performed after around 6 weeks into pregnancy. But this is where the law gets tricky, right? So their medical exceptions are for the life of the mother. Yet life of the mother means a woman has to be actively dying before they try to save her, which is why women like Nevaeh Crane have died without access to this health care.
Like,
because I know how to raise a child as a single mother. Hold on, Lisa, please.
That's not a victim to her.
My
It's
child is
her
the
child.
reason I'm still
sec-
here.
you just
At the end of the day,
brought another- he's a
Jasmine, shut the
second
fuck up. You want to hear
victim.
my
No.
story? You can hear my fucking story.
I don't
'Cause
wanna
here's
hear
the
your
thing
story.
is,
You're
at the end of the
disgusting for
fucking
bringing
day,
that
my
in.
the
Jasmine, shut
reason
the
why
fuck
I'm
up,
still
bitch.
on this earth is because of my child, bitch. I don't know what the fuck you getting at. Why did you birth him? Because I wanted to. And
That's disgusting.
oh, I'll gladly be disgusting. I'm not a hoe like you that's spreading my legs and getting
I
abortions.
don't have-
So
What is
I
disgusting
don't,
about
so,
that,
I mean-
Jasmine? What is
I would
disgusting
love
about
to
that?
know.
Knowing now that child's going to be getting affected his whole life, knowing that everybody's
How
going
is
to
he
know
affected? How is
freaking
he
his
affected?
father is a rapist.
Well-rounded?
Do you understand what that
Okay,
does
his
to
father's
the
not
child?
in the picture, and he's getting adopted,
Okay.
and
He's getting
That's
adopted?
her choice.
by my
Her choice.
by my fiance. fiance. Talking about for 10 minutes, honey. Fucking TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Fucking bullshit. What happened?
Yes, my son is getting adopted by my fiance. What's the problem with that?
He's gonna end up asking who his dad is. Like, what?
This man's been raising this child since he was 1, so I don't know what
Okay,
you're talking about.
so you're just gonna lie to your son and
I
not
don't
tell
have to
him?
lie to my child because baby daddy's still in the picture. Me and him are cool. We got over our shit.
Here's the thing. Here's
You
the thing.
got
Hold up,
over-
Jasmine. Jasmine, hold up. You specifically just brought up that the child is going to want to know who his father is. Well, let me break something down for you, sweetheart. Yes, maybe an ad hom. Guess what? Don't care. I'm the product of a grape. Guess what? When I was old enough to ask my mother that question, my mother was honest with me, told me exactly what happened, and guess what? I didn't want to meet the piece of shit because of what he did to my mom. And guess what? Because my mom chose to make a decision not to remove me from life, I was able to bring amazing children into this world. You don't know.
This is always such a
what
weird
that
argument
child,
because
what
if you're,
entity
if you're
within
parents
that
have their
child
mom,
could potentially
it's
bring
always
to
a
the
weird
world.
point when they
He
bring
could
up when
also
somebody's
just
like,
be
"Well,
Hitler.
I
I
could
mean,
have been AB." If you were AB, you wouldn't care.
That's racist. Actually, I'm Puerto Rican, but all right.
I'm Puerto Rican and
He
Polish,
tries to
so
retroactively place
Congratulations, you're still
value, and that's not
racist.
how any of this works.
Can you define racist?
Not how any of this works.
Yeah, Democrat Party.
They're just gish galloping
Yeah,
around.
you're fucking
You.
slow, uneducated.
I mean,
Okay,
you're
Mr.
calling
Bigot.
you're trying to say my child's
I'm
gonna be the
evil,
next
but we're
Hitler.
supporting Trump, who killed children in Gaza, but you guys aren't going to speak on that.
Gaza, oh.
Trump's a horrible president, and you guys
I'm
can't
gonna
even
tell you
name
right
5
now.
policies.
Okay.
How did
Trump do that in Gaza?
Move country code, really.
Hold up.
You know what?
Why are we
Okay,
just
guys,
yelling?
hang on real quick. If the host box lights up, my box lights up, or Click's box lights up, or Angelita, we are mods. Zip it.
And Renee.
We will have one at a time.
We are mods. The way they
And
like
I'ma say this
abuse
real
their
quick.
mod powers, if it
The
makes
next
them
person
like
who uses a
big
non-friendly
shit is
are
real.
word, I'm just
mods
gonna
on
drop you, no questions
TikTok.
asked,
We
no process.
carry
I'll be
on the
ice up in this
flame.
motherfucker. Watch me. Say some goofy off the wall shit.
Goofy off the wall shit.
You know, and I also had a friend who was great.
The whole panels
and
are always
had that
mods.
child, and her sister adopted that said child and took
All
care of that
mods
child
is
for
my
16 years of her
favorite
life.
version
So he was
of
old
Captain
enough
Crunch.
to understand and know that who his real mom was. And when he found out who his real mom was, he thanked her for not taking out on him for what his piece of a shit father did.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, there's also not every story is the same. I mean, we've had this.
So the
conversation
conservative
before.
Christian is a mod.
I would if I personally would have that, I would want to get freaking AB'd.
Oh,
I mean,
I got
hello, I don't
blocked!
want to be in that type of situation.
Don't you
got
understand
blocked.
that's even more of a sacrifice on the
That's
mother's
so
part
funny.
that she chose
All right,
to
guys.
give that child life, even
You
though
guys
it
should all
may
go say
pull
hi from the
certain-
stream. Give me just a
have
second.
certain triggers for her. She still chose life for that baby, and you say it's disgusting. What's disgusting about that? That's beautiful, is what it is.
Exactly. A baby was born into the world. That's a beautiful thing.
And he's disabled.
Everyone go here. Say hi from Emma's stream. Go say hi from Emma's
He's
stream
well,
chat.
loved, and taken care of.
Okay.
Just specifically, I wanted Angelita up here because I want to hear Jasmine's argument for AB, and then I want Angelita to debate it because I love when this happens because it's so funny watching.
I came up here to
people-
talk about how Trump's policies
But
aren't
then you shouldn't have
implementing
brought up
anything.
AB, sweetheart. Nobody brought that up.
No,
But
because
you.
I
You
brought
opened the
up
door.
how
No,
Trump
no, no,
is
no, no, no,
being
no, no.
misogynist.
You opened the
Trump
door.
is pro-choice,
You opened
buddy.
the door, sweet cheeks.
Wild
Now
behavior.
you're gonna
28
walk
people
through.
in there. They just blocked
No,
me.
he's not.
Yes, he
Are
is.
you
He
dumb?
had nothing
Yes,
to
he
do with
is.
the. He had
You
nothing
said the
to do
man
with
that
the
said,
abortion
"Please
laws
blame
in
me
Rhode
for
Island
being
State.
overturned,"
He
as
allowed the states
pro-choice.
to allow. He allowed the states
Why
to
is he
decide what the
allowing?
fuck they wanted to do.
If he's pro-choice, he shouldn't allow that then.
Because he's
If I was
also the
president, I
pro the
wouldn't.
Constitution of states' rights, sweetheart.
Okay, so Roe v. Wade doesn't come into play in anything then?
That's
Abortion,
what
Minerva.
the man does not understand that along with the 10th Amendment, there's a 9th Amendment. Does anybody in chat know what the 9th Amendment is? It's very important in the AB discussion.
What is it, Crow? Tell us.
So it's the one that says, hey, the Constitution is not all encompassing of your federal rights. There are rights that are not contained within the Constitution that are still considered constitutional rights. These are referred to as unenumerated rights. Because the Constitution includes two different types of rights, enumerated and unenumerated. Enumerated is the things directly outlined. Unenumerated means, hey, this isn't here word for word, but it's generally understood that you have this right.
All right, let's see what we got going on.
We have
Guys,
an
we need
awesome
to
zoo in
start
Omaha.
Guys, we need to start hitting these goals, right? So, we haven't added a singular dollar to this daily goal in about an hour. So Carrie hates me. She hates the bane. She is the bane of my existence. She cannot stand me. I'm not going to go in here until because you guys said one more restart. We'll do the taps and we'll work on the daily goal. Not a single dollar has come in for the dollar and change trade for change. So I'm not going in here until I see some movement, chat. Turtle Tom says, time to get a job. You gonna pay $800 a week for my child to go to daycare, Turtle Tom? Here, Turtle Tom, here's an invitation. Come let me know which pay app you'll be using to send that money for my child to go to daycare. Not right now, Minerva. We normally don't let friendlies up until we hit this goal. I am holding you guys hostage. I absolutely am holding them hostage. Chat, what are we doing? It's 1:12 in the afternoon. We've only hit $53. I've been live since about 9 a.m. I'm just going to call it, chat. I think I'm just going to call it. I'm going to go sand my cabinets because that sounds way better in my opinion. Put your Cash App in the chat, please. I got you, Sports Mom. It's I had to move to my personal one, so it's just doop. I will $ Emily with 2 E's McCartney. I can't pin it until because I have Crow on the panel. I have fruit flies everywhere, chat. This is driving me nuts. Shishka says green app. Let me check it really quickly. Crow, you've got We Are Charlie Kirk stuck in my head now. I want you to know that's your fault.
Good. Good.
Shishka, I am not seeing anything on the green app. Maybe it's taking a minute.
My favorite compliment of the last month is one of my friends saying,
there it is.
I don't like that picture because you're like my brother, and I don't like that. It makes me think other things, and I hate it.
Shishka, thank you for the $1.69 for fuck for or thumbs up for Turtle Tom. Is that a thumbs? Oh, middle finger for Turtle Tom. Fuck Turtle Tom. It's so small, I can barely see it. That is 9. That is 11. That is 2. Let's see. Oop. D, thank you so much for the $10 for Go Maga Hunting. Love the entertainment. Appreciate you for the $10. Let's add that here to the goal. Boom. Okay, so let's see. Let me make sure I don't have any other thank yous to give out. Oh, okay. W Sports Mom for the $10. I will remember that. I promise. Let's see. I have to sneeze. Hold on. I feel it. Nope, I don't think I'm going to sneeze. All right, let's listen in and see what these guys are saying for a minute and see if we can get in here.
Maybe whatever. Don't do it.
Immediate
Just
no.
because you say no doesn't make it not true.
Do you want
I'm
to
sorry,
say that?
Snowflake, but you have to face
Haley, you're
reality
totally
sometimes.
fine.
I'll help you shut up.
So, guys, so hold on. So, can we get some W Haley's in the chat whose partner is starting radiation tomorrow for 7 weeks? I understand how tight that could make a budget. I want you guys to remember, this is the daily goal that we try to hit to keep the show coming to you guys. If you guys cannot donate monetarily, there are other ways that you can help. So, Haley, this would be something that you can do if you have the time, right? So, I'm a part of the Creator Fund Network. if you guys go to my profile and you like all my videos, you repost all my videos, you favorite my videos, and you leave a 5 or more word comment on each video, that throttles that video into the algorithm for more people to see. The more people who see it and do that exact same thing, TikTok pays me for those videos. So I want you to know that your partner is strong, your partner is important, and if you need anything, Haley, my DMs are always open. And never, ever, ever apologize for not being able to hit the goal chat. Donations are appreciated, never required. I know I play with you guys and give you guys a bit of a hard time because I think it's funny. And I think you guys like it. I think you guys like it when I give you guys a bit of a hard time for it. I think you guys get the joke. Especially since, you know, the people on the Reddit are like, they demand money from their chat. So here we are, chat. Give me all your money. Okay? You know? I love you guys. We have a shame kink is wild.
Going back to Tylenol, yes, Trump did ask the Capitol if they wanted the National Guard, and Nancy Pelosi turned him down. So
No, that's not what happened.
I hate it. I hate it.
Hey,
That's
one
still
at
the
a time.
argument.
The mayor of
One
our
at a
city.
time. Hey, Tyler, Purpose.
King Tut, are you
one
a
at a
Trump
time.
supporter?
We cannot hear you. Hold, please. Hey, Kiki, how old are you? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm 35 from Louisiana.
Okay. Would you like to go ahead and weigh in on the prompt? Women first. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry for whatever that guy said, and I doubt he's from the LGBTQ plus community. I mean, a lot of those people are just in here basically wasting your time. Have you run around in a whole circle asking?
I already have to sign an NDA with Jess. Do I also have to sign one here? Slaughter, you didn't get it to your email? What do you mean?
Why is Trump the most hated president? You know, I get.
Crow, by the way, I need to just double check that you signed your NDA, correct? That's on its way back to me and Jess?
About it. We can't talk about it.
We can't, okay, so that means yes. That he can't. He signed it. That's why he can't talk about it, chat. So that's a yes. That's a confirmation. It's a solid confirmation. So, chat, I need everybody.
Nor deny the existence of this NDA.
So here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna do a quick poll. So smiley, I need smiley faces in the chat. If you got your NDA, you've signed it, and it's on its way back to Jess and I. And sad faces in the chat if you haven't gotten that yet, and I need to resend it. So like, everybody participate. This way you're not violating the NDA by not to. Oh, Brittany, Doreen, Kaylee. Okay, I'm gonna be hitting you guys up after this live. I will be hitting you guys up after this live to make sure you all get your NDA. Minerva, you're a little late to the party, so like you're not gonna understand the joke, Queen, but just know it's funny. Yes, Crow.
I'm gonna send Emma something chat in her Discord. This came up earlier today, and it's going to make Emma crash out for a second, and I regret nothing. So before I hit enter on this message, somebody was making the you can't have LGBT books in schools because they're sexual. So I just read the Bible to them, and this is what I read them.
Oh no. From the version of the Bible I use, Holman's Christian Standard, which is the most original text accurate version of the Bible. Ezekiel 23:19-21. Yet she multiplied her acts of promiscuity, remembering the days of her youth, when she acted like a prostitute in the land of Egypt, 20, and lusted after their lovers, whose sexual members were like those of donkeys, and whose emissions was like that of stallions, 21. So you revisited the indecency of your youth when the Egyptians caressed your nipples to enjoy your youthful breasts. I'm done. Who knew the Bible was so spicy? Wait!
That's the Bible. That's Ezekiel. That's in the book of Ezekiel.
Who knew the Bible was so spicy? I don't remember.
15 other. I can pull up like 15 other verses like that.
You know what? Maybe this is why in Sparky's they didn't have us study the chapter of Ezekiel. There was a few chapters that we didn't. So like Sparky's, guys, in case you guys don't know. So I grew up in a very, very, very Christian household. If we weren't at church on Sunday morning, Sunday night, we were definitely at church Wednesday night. So we went to church 3 times a week. And in between, I would go to a program called Sparky's, where we would have a little red vest and we would have these little plastic like badges, and we would earn a diamond in our badge for each Bible verse that we memorized. There were certain chapters that we weren't allowed to memorize, and apparently they were the spicy ones. What do you mean? Biblical smut is crazy. Oh. LOL, the main strip club in my hometown was Sparky's. Here, hold on, let me show you. So Sparky's, you guys are gonna love this. For a long time in my life, I thought this was a fever dream. Like, for a long time in my life, I thought I had just made this up. So yeah. It was... Where's it at? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, this little guy, Sparky. Welcome to Sparks. It's a pleasure to have your child in Sparks and partner with you in their foundation building journey. The handbook is designed to give you all the information you'll need to have fun and flourish together. So, yeah. 3-year weekly club for lower elementary children ages 5 through 8 to help children love and serve Jesus. Each week, Sparks will have a Bible lesson time focused on God and his relationship with us. At Club, they will receive practical application and encouragement in a fun and engaging manner to deepen their understanding of God's love. Our program is not designed to replace the vital role parents have in building their child's faith, but is designed to aid in laying their foundation. By creating this partnership, we hope to cement God's truth into our Sparkies' minds and hearts. Sparks is a 3-part program to maximize your child's attention, energy, and time. 1 small group time with 2 leaders and up to 6 Sparkies per group. Your child receives individual attention while reciting his or her verses for the week. An interactive group discussion. Game time unique to Awana program. Kids learn teamwork and sportsmanship through fast-paced games. Large group time with Sparkies.
Awana's fucking wild. If you ever want to have a great time, dig into Awana. Awana's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is who backed the Sparkies program. Awana leaders go the extra mile to keep kids engaged with interactive songs and focused Bible lessons that apply to their lives in an exciting and challenging way. Although we desire for your Sparky to gain a full understanding of the biblical truth of verses throughout the evening, we believe the real biblical teaching begins at home. Throughout the week, you will plant seeds of faith through talking with your Sparky about the verses he or she has memorized and what it means to him and her. The time you invest will reap a harvest of eternal rewards. Yeah, so that's where I went Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, somebody in chat just said, here's a good idea. Just keep it all out of school. Only teach things like math and cooking and stuff. So here's my gripe with that as a parent, and Emma's a parent too. So Emma, and I know Emma and I are at the same point about this. When we have the discussion of what we teach in schools, it always comes down to, like, as a parent, blah, 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 I should have the right to decide what my child learns. And then I have to beg the question of which parent decides. Because, like, if the argument always becomes, well, if I as a parent don't think that LGBT people are morally acceptable, why should my child learn that in school? And then I go, great, so should we strip Black History Month because racist parents exist? Should we not teach about the Holocaust because anti-Semite parents exist? At which point do we go, no, fuck that, this is history and children learn fucking history?
Yep. Oh, man. So Sports Mom, I'm blocked from a lot of those. Oops. I swear I'm such a good person. I don't know why the MAGA continues to just block me from spaces. Here, let's check this one. I bet I get blocked, though.
That's why I also always point out that, like, if you're like, I don't want my kids to learn about LGBT people, great, I have some news for you. Private schools exist. Catholic schools exist. Christian schools exist. You have the luxury to send, you can send your child to one of those. But public K through 12 education should be for the public and should represent the public.
Well, they booted me. Hold on. They invited me up and then they booted me. What the fuck? Let's see what they're saying.
And talk about people and pick on people.
Who's picking on you?
And you friends with other piglets, so have a good day, piglet.
Oh.
So you support that bullshit.
Nobody's
Is that
picking
who
on
I thought it
you.
was, Heather?
It's Emma.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Runs with RJ.
Yep.
Oh. Is RJ
We are RJ Kirk.
No.
Well, I got booted.
Emma, you're
They
gonna be
blocked me.
blocked. There you go.
Why do they keep unblocking me is the real question. Do you know how many times I've been blocked by this host? Why does she keep
I
unblocking
don't
me?
want to go that direction, Heather.
This reminds me of one of my favorite activities, and you've all seen me do it. I've done it on this live, I've done it on this live, I've done it on a bunch of lives, where like I get annoyed by an op to a point that I boot them just to invite them, just to boot them, just to invite them, just to boot them, just to invite them.
It's just like,
where I
why?
will sit there and just let the conversation continue with other ops while I just invite and boot somebody over and over.
Dude, I don't know who this motherfucker named John is that keeps fucking texting me, but they're trying to convince me that like Gaza isn't a genocide. I understand that you're deeply concerned about the situation, but I strongly disagree that Israel's actions are genocide. They're defending themselves against terrorist groups that target civilians and reject peace. The U.S. and Israel want... So hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. So this motherfucker texts me. This is last Wednesday, right? Says, "Hi, I'm John with the U.S. and Israel with the U.S. and Israel pursuing peace talks with Iran. I'm curious how you see it. Have a moment to chat." I said the United States should have never been in Iran to begin with. John says, "I hear you. It's a complex situation, but the U.S. and its allies, including Israel, are working to counter threats from Iran's nuclear program and aggressive actions.
You talk to an LLM.
The U.S. and Israel want peace and stability, while Iran is seen as a major sponsor of terrorism. Do you think a serious peace process between the U.S., Israel, and Iran could actually end the regional violence, or is that hopeful thinking?" I said, "I think Israel needs to be called out for its bad faith and bad behavior at the end of the day. Israel is the reason this is happening. We had a 14-point MOU and Israel stopped bombing, if Israel stopped bombing Lebanon, and we'd be in peace negotiations right now, but Israel couldn't stop bombing Lebanon because Bibi Netanyahu was afraid of losing power, so we are still there." John says, "I understand you're frustrated, but I disagree. Israel is defending itself against terrorist attacks and aggression from groups like Hamas, and it's not the reason for the ongoing conflict. Israel wants peace and is willing to negotiate, but it can't compromise on its security and safety." I said, "Go ahead and tell me the last time Israel was successfully attacked where civilians died. I'll wait." That's on Wednesday. I hear nothing. Nothing from last Wednesday until yesterday. Yesterday, John goes, "I know, Piglet." Like, here's the thing, Piglet. Why do they keep unblocking me? Every time I go in there, they block me, and then they unblock me, and I scroll in just for them to do it again. Why do they keep unblocking me? So anyway, yesterday, John says, "It's heartbreaking to see any innocent lives lost, and the conflict has indeed caused significant suffering. But I don't have a specific date for the last time Israel was successfully attacked and civilians died." I said, "I want to point out that it took you 5 days to respond, because I can point out the last time Palestine was attacked and civilians died while children are starving. Israel absolutely had the right to defend itself, but it is no longer defense. This is a genocide." Like, literally, John, eat a whole bag of dicks. And then John didn't message me back until today. What do you mean? Who is John, and how did you get my number?
I'm trying. If you listen to what I said, I know exactly what you're texting with.
What is it?
It's a new thing in political and campaign circles and PAC circles. You're texting with a fucking ChatGPT.
Well, fuck you.
A custom designed LLM. A large language model. There's new LLM models that they're using for texting. You'll find them in you see them all over the internet. A lot of them are like customer service models where they're like, "Hey, talk to this robot before we let you talk to a person." Those shits. They're now tailoring them for PACs and survey companies. The reason you had a gap for a few days between quote unquote John is because they turned off the model for a few days. It happens when they're updating the model. Otherwise, John would have just kept responding to you.
Yeah, so I just texted John back and I said, "Literally get off my phone, John. There's no way you're real."
Yes, John is a robot. Emma.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name too. You know who else is an entire bag of ducks? RJ. RJ's an entire bag of ducks. Anyway, I just want to know why Aiden over here, Aiden and Dan, I believe is her username. Why do you keep unblocking me?
Can I brag for something that happened over my lunch break?
Sure.
So I don't know if you heard, Emma. I actually have a business address now.
I did.
So I went to pay the business address rent, the whole $10 that I paid to use this address. And while I was there, I noticed that the business center has a new coffee shop. So I'm like, let me pop in there. And I like coffee. Let me see what's up. And I get to talking to the owner while he's making the coffee. And we talk about records and everything. And it's like, hey, I could actually, would you be interested in like having me hold some records on consignment? Like we can work out a deal where we split the profits from your record sales for anything that's on consignment here. And I'm like, I mean, I could in fact be about it. He's like, also, I have a friend that's an artist that's always looking for like old covers and vinyl, not for any like expensive records, just stuff you can use for art supplies. I'm like, yeah, give him my number. So like casually over lunch, I'm out here fucking making business deals.
Honestly, W. Also, thank you, Twiz, for the $5. Listen all the time, always broke, but you deserve it. Thank you so much, Twiz, for the $5. Everything helps. Guys, I do think I am going to call it here for a little bit. We may try to come back, but we're at 38,000 likes, and we've been live for 51 minutes, and we haven't even hit, I don't know, have we hit half this goal? I don't think so. Math is not my thing. So let's see, 150 divided by 2, $75. We haven't even hit half this goal, and I've already been live for like 4 hours. So I think I'm just going to call it. I'm going to go do some productive stuff. I want to see what the sander does to my cabinets, and I'm very excited about it. So I love you guys immensely. You guys all have a lovely day.